Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock.
What's good, everybody? What's good? Let me say what's up to a few people. Miss Senator, appreciate you being here. Hopefully you're doing all right. Mrs. Vegas, what's going on? Let's go, Envy. I got you. Come pillow talk with Bay. Kim B, how you doing, Kim B? Appreciate you being here as well. There's Kendra. Hey, Kendra, how are you? All right. So my voice is kind of like I don't know what my mood is like. So I can't be like, "Hey," that stuff, right? I try to do that to entertain, but when I started going through this stuff, I looked at videos, I looked at phone stuff, I looked at texts, I looked at videos, I looked at so many receipts, and it's just it was hard to go through. I mean, so the first thing I'm gonna say, first thing I'm gonna put out there, hang on, that's not my color. Hold on one second here. Not quite sure why that happened. There we go. All right. So the first thing I'm really gonna put out there right now and dead ass serious, like if I want everybody to know like the domestic violence hotline right here. If you gotta take a screenshot of it, whatever you have to do. If you have an issue, don't ever feel like you have to be in a situation, especially when you're getting in so much pressure. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life, literally. Like, I, so obviously, parental advisory is in effect today, and I want you to know that this does follow fair use. We are going to utilize some information and videos and pictures and all kinds of craziness with the receipts. So fair use, and we're gonna get on with the show. All right. So who else came in here? Beasley, how you doing, man? What's going on, Lovejoy? All right. So as I said, I went through receipts. I went through so many things, and like the level of disturbing and the level that an individual like NY could go through to promote this stuff and how deep she got into it with creating a whole persona and it's crazy. And let me tell you this, y'all. I don't dox. I don't do any of that. I have never done that in however long I've been here, 6, 7 years. But this is going to be the exception. I'm 100% definitely going to get down to the bottom of this. And I'm closer than you all think because not too many people are smart enough to put, VPNs or use apps like Signal that are encrypted. Every time you drop in my chat, obviously you have a digital paper trail. And I'm closer to NY than you think I am because it's just as I said, when I looked through the receipts and stuff, I started taking it real deep. So I almost can guarantee you that this will end, and this woman's going to jail. I personally can't call the police and stuff like that because I waived my civilian rights back in 2009. But you're going to jail. This is the craziest thing I think I've ever seen. It's disgusting, and I just don't know. I'm gonna drop the link for Kendra. As I'm dropping the link throughout the show, please do not hit it unless I ask you to hit it because there's a lot to cover, a lot to go through, and I want to stay on task and I want everything to flow because I did my best to put the receipts together and all that. And when you guys see this banner, don't get annoyed. When you guys see this banner, I'll have to put it up during the videos because there's some stuff in there that's so crazy, shocking that I can't show on YouTube. I'm going to go through it as much as I possibly can. The fact that tasers were used on this woman, the fact that she was trained to learn how to get beat. Hey Kendra, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Jesus, that was rough.
Isn't it? It's very rough. But before you start the videos and stuff, I just want to put out a disclaimer that I got a phone call today after you set up this live, and somebody let me know that was involved with trying to get that couple help and
Mhm.
and make phone calls and whatnot. They told me that they since have been doing a real lot better. The female went into a program and she's since now sober now a couple months and doing, they're doing a lot better, I guess. And they've been offline a lot less. They just do a couple Instagram posts, but things look like they're going well for them, which is a positive thing out of all
Mm,
this craziness.
wow. Okay.
But I just wanted to put that out there that they've, you know, people got in touch and got them the proper help that they needed, which was good
Okay, that's
because they
good.
desperately needed it. I just wanted to put that out there.
Wow. Um so that that brings up a whole, that opens up a whole can of worms there, I guess, because the stuff is public and I wanted to present it to the people, but if they're getting help, then we're kind of in a situation here. So,
Well,
um,
the point of showing the things was on her end of how sick and tormented this woman is. You know what I mean? To go to the that length, knowing how volatile this couple was. But for right now, they seem to be in a good place, is what I was told. So, but you can, I don't think that it would affect them by showing, you know, what it was, because it is what it is. It
yeah, it
is
is
out
what it
there.
is. And the
And it
past
does bring
can,
awareness.
yeah, it does bring awareness and the past can repeat itself. you know
Hmm.
so I can't sit here and say, hey Nissa, I can't sit here and say that it's not going to happen again or whatever, but here's
Hmm.
the thing. Like, I would say I don't want to open up old wounds, but at the same time, they did it. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying?
But also
So,
too, they don't travel like outside of just doing their lives, so it's not something that they would see. But I was just letting people know that would be concerned, um, that would want to intervene, that they have since within the past couple months gotten help and things seem to be going on the right track and good for them.
okay. All right, well, I'm going to present it just because, as I said, awareness, and
Yeah.
hopefully it does help them continue to get help because it is out here publicly. I'm
Yeah,
just
no, no, I want you to present it. I just wanted to put out there for people that, I because it is sensitive subject and it is sensitive content. So I just wanted to put it out there that things are going good for this couple because it some people, it's triggering for some people.
Yeah, it is triggering. So basically, yes, it is definitely about that couple that NY was modding for. It definitely is about them, but I also want people to know it's more about people going around the internet to make it worse. Like
Hmm.
whatever help that the couple is getting, I understand, but unfortunately, I want to bring awareness to the fact that people can really push things to a different level. So
Yeah.
I would assume that NY is out of their life now. So you can really look at it as a situation where since a person that was such a bad influence is out, maybe that helped them segue into, a new beginning. So we're going to
Yep.
present it more along the lines of someone who was egging it on, which it's really not even about them very much. It's more about NY. And, some of the videos I'm going to show, it's not going to be like, the attempted tasing, suffocations, anything crazy like that. So let's just present it, and we'll let the ball we'll let the ball drop as it
Yeah.
as it may. Hey, Dr. Soapy, appreciate you being here. Love Joy, what's up? All right, so let's start from the top and we'll work our way down. Okay,
All right, sounds good.
I tried to organize things as well as I could, and we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so
All right, I'm gonna mute up, and if you need me, I'll pop in. I'm just gonna mute up though.
okay,
Let you
that's
do your
cool.
thing.
All right, that's cool. So you heard Kendra. We're raising awareness. Not only are we raising awareness for domestic violence and control and a whole lot of craziness, but we're also raising awareness for the fact that if you're out on here on the internet, once you poke the bear, you never know what's going to happen. And I really want people to understand, even if you're in a chat, if you're in on a panel, if you're in a group chat, whatever the case may be, you could be making people's situations worse. So let's go ahead. Let's look at the first receipt here, right? Okay, so we got NY here, right? And this is the first time she said smack her tuck. Is this accurate, Kendra?
I don't know if that was one of the first times. That's just one that I happened to catch and was able to get a screenshot, but it was frequent statements like that.
Right. Well, the thing is that statement right there, I lined everything up with the videos. My timeline is pretty solid here. What I did was, NY saying smack her tuck and egging it on is this. Like that was very literally shortly after NY was saying smack her tuck, so I really wanted to, again, boom. I wanted to see that NY antagonizes the situation. Smack her tuck. Never heard NY, but I just want people to know like how influential you could be on the internet to someone's demise as of this. Okay, cool. All right, let's keep going before I start pulling up videos and all kinds of other craziness. Once I get to the receipts where we need to pull up the videos and kind of get like more of a visual, I will do so. All right, so right here where are we at? She was egging it on a little bit more here by saying she's brave now. She had to take a shot. So she was basically saying, like, hey, get your liquid courage out there because he was an extremely heavy drinker. So again, once somebody says, hey, hit her, boom, you see what happened to her face. And then you go to the next level by saying she's brave now. So she took a shot. That's almost justifying it and continuously egging it on. You don't really tell an individual that's either doing the abuse or is the abuser. It's almost like she's got pom poms, like rah rah rah. Continue to go. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's see, what was I looking for here? Oh, So NY, didn't say, "Hey, stop." Yeah, I know I egged it on. Yes, yes, it looked a little crazy. You hit her. Please stop, or anything else. She's still saying she's splitting. She was spitting blood again. So not only do we have slap her, this, then we have liquid courage, and then we have she's spitting blood again. So
And can I
obvious.
point out
Go
something
ahead.
else too? On here, put that back up for a second.
Which one? This?
The, yeah, on no, the other one.
Uh,
No. Yeah, this one. I think it was where he said she said too. He pulled another plug out of her hair, out of her head. So he pulled one of her box braids out.
oh wow,
And then if you go to the other one, and then she says,
this one.
"Yep, see, he pulled another plug out of her hair on the night." And then she said, "Yes, Tucker, I'm taking you," because Tucker is what she calls him. His name is Tuck. She calls him Tucker. So she said, "Yes, Tucker, I'm taking you to away to a better life." So she's antagonizing a fight between the couple, knowing that they're both highly intoxicated.
Right, exactly. That's where I was going with it,
Yep.
because I mean, and it's crazy since she's already seen pictures like this. It's crazy to me that this her antagonizer even more and more and more and more is even worse. And then I'm going to put up the banner so I can show you all parts of the videos. The thing is, I can't play the videos, but I can click. The reason why I'm putting up the banner is because when I scroll through the DVR, you guys are going to be able to see a little bit too much. Just understand, I'm going to put up situations where, this woman was literally tased. She was trained on how to take a beating. It was crazy. And then to get this man to stop, she would have to say, "I love you," and try to gas him up to make sure that he felt like he was being submissive to him, which is absolutely crazy. So, Kendra, if you want to tell them a little bit more while I pull up this video and kind of go into that, I will do so. Let's see here. Let me put the banner up.
Yeah, it got to a point where it was bad. It was a couple of days a week thing where it would happen. They both would get intoxicated. He would get upset. He then it would get to a point where she would get so messed up. People would start saying, "Oh, look at her. She's this, she's that. She can't even stand." And it would get him mad. And then he would try to refrain her from drinking, which would infuriate her. And then people would just like basically tease her from the chat and pick on her and then make comments about her looks, this and that, how they look better, and would entice fights between the two of them.
Right. And right now, what I'm trying to do is I just went over like what she's doing right here is she's saving herself for having something be put over her face right here.
Yeah, it was a
So
plastic
yeah.
bag. And she said, "What are you doing?" And he said,
Hmm.
"I'm going to kill you, bitch."
Yeah, make sure you
Yeah.
say ill.
Ill. Sorry.
Yeah, let me see. Like he's getting, let's see, let me see where I can go here in the video. So she is taking, and did you see the end of the video to see who this girl actually resembles? Who she looks like? Have you actually gotten to the end of the video?
I have, but I
Oh,
didn't
okay. Like
recognize
profile
anybody.
profile pics and things that have been out here. She looks very, very familiar. And if you see her like in these types of situations like this, she looks a whole lot worse than at the end of the video when they try to show, her looking, normal, quote unquote normal. Like,
Uh-huh.
let me see what I can show. Um so let's look at her face and everything right here. Like it's going down. And I never seen so many constant situation where it goes down. It's like every time I saw them, she was either bracing herself or she just knew what time it was. It was crazy. Like for her to be that scared and, constantly having to worry about that, I've never seen it to that level. It's just
But you went out, Envy.
sorry, wrong button. I'm back. Yeah, it's hard to stomach. And hey, Chad, I'll definitely get to you. I promise. I will definitely get to you. I promise. I'm just kind of going through this information so that we can break it down and take a look at it. So I'm gonna pull up the other video real quick, and then we'll go through the rest of the receipts and see where we're at on that. This is crazy. And then at the end, like I do have some receipts where individuals from what gang was Shiddygang? Let's see. Oh, geez. Yeah, this is hold on. Let me try to share the screen real quick here. This is crazy. Like I literally wish I could play the video, but it's graphic. Um Hold on one second. Let's look at a couple more things and then we'll get right into the other receipts and what's going on here. All right. So she always had sunglasses on or something because she was always trying to hide how how beat up she was. I mean, it definitely got, crazy, crazy, crazy. And let's see. Let me go. Let me go. Okay, so this right here is the reason why they're doing that is because this dude pulled out a taser. This was one of her training exercises. You see the water, you see the taser, you see everything else right there. It's I don't know how to describe it. Like I can't even do commentary on. I'm just showing you guys this, and then we'll be flowing after this. I just want to make sure because when I first thought about it, I was like, oh, yeah, I could just play these videos, break it down, react to it. But clearly that's not possible. So we're going to go
Well,
through and go ahead.
I wanted to say that he has, I believe, PTSD from being in the Navy,
Yep.
which he claims, and he has this thing where he thinks he has to train her in
Yep.
him because the government is at some point going to come for them. And
Mhm.
he claims that he's like part of the CIA and he has information.
Mhm.
Like he's really, it's the alcohol. He goes off a deep end.
So the crazy thing is, right? So he's always pouring himself a drink right there, trying to get her to drink and whatnot. And you're right. He did feel like he was training her. And here's the shocking part. Let me show you if you think that this person looks familiar, right? I mean, that could be another piece of the puzzle, but that's something that we'll have to dig into with people's profile pics and things along those lines, right? Okay, so let's go. Let's see here. All right, let's do this. So they say they're doing better, so I'll give them an opportunity. I'll give them an opportunity for that. But look at the pictures really, really close, right? I don't think that people actually looked at this part of the situation right here, but I'll play the rest of it.
It kind of made me laugh. It took me way back. We're such a happy, happy time. Look me. Love.
All right. So yes, I have other receipts and whatnot. I knew that wouldn't be like the most exciting thing to go through, but I definitely wanted to show you all, all that. So I appreciate that, Vibrant, for you putting that up there. Let's see, Shady Tales, what'd you say? I have PTSD from the Marines and Army, actual combat. That's no excuse to abuse your lady. Absolutely. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah. Hey, Wes, what's going on, man? Yeah, it's deep. It's deep. So I'm gonna pull up some more receipts and we're gonna see where we're at. So far, did I get it all correct? Meaning that NY was enticing the chat, obviously, was very, very aware of what was going on. And now we're gonna dive into her actions, right? So the calls, the why she had to make the fake profile, her saying that she's a black belt and talking about going to the shooting range and all kinds of other stuff. It gets more ridiculous, obviously. Let's see, what's the last receipt I put up there? I said D runs tuck like a doormat. Is this the one? Let's see. D runs tuck like a doormat. No, D does not run tuck like a doormat. Let's see. I'll be back. What was I looking for here? Let's see. Don't stress two men. Da, 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 da. Oh, answered my call. Oh, okay. That's what this was. Okay, so this is when, did you know when she started to get Tuck's phone number or anything? Because right here she's saying that Tuck answered my call the other day. He wanted somebody to tell D that NY, she said that she called him, and this is where he started to answer the phone. Is that about right in the
Yep.
timeline?
Yep.
Okay.
He would put his number out there for people to call him, like to help them with his channel and stuff, and she would call to instruct him to block certain people, or if certain people were mods, to take their wrench if they were, you know, calling her out on stuff. She would personally call the phone and talk to him, and then she would say, she would entice and tease D by saying that, oh, I talked to him the other night. We talked when you were passed out, and blah blah blah, and calling the mother-in-law, or D's mother, who would be in the chat as well, saying you're going to be my future mother-in-law. She's just very sick. It just goes deeper and deeper.
That's crazy. So yeah, there we go. When he said Mama Tuck, he even pulled his gun talking about coming to see me because she lied. So, and now she's saying that he pointed it at her. So how can she actually say that if she's never met the man? I believe this is the receipt that we were looking at, because yeah, she said after another drink soon, and then talking about pulling out a firearm on her. Like,
Yeah, and that this was in, she was responding to D had she was, doing her regular flirting stuff, and D was drunk and came at her, and was telling Tuck she was doing something in the chat, and then he got mad and he was drunk and pulled out a weapon on a live stream. And so now she was telling the mother that came in, Mama Tuck, he pulled a gun because she lied, so trying to turn Tuck's mother, his mother, against her.
mm, wow, okay. So, I mean, how'd that work out? Because right on here, right on here, obviously her chat is highlighted. Can you tell me? I was looking at that. It says she keeps talking shit to me. Is she talking about calling D, or is she talking about calling Mama Tuck?
No, she's talking about D there, saying that she's talking shit to me, like on the live she was talking shit to NY, because NY was saying stuff to her and saying stuff to Tuck, and then when the mother would come into the chat, she would point out all the things that D was doing, not saying she was doing anything, but say everything D was trying to turn the masses against D, which would in turn make him turn against D and then get physical with her.
Right. So basically, she wanted to entice a little bit more. She wanted
Yeah.
to get the emotion to keep the physical abuse going on. It sounds like.
Yeah,
Be-
she used to tell the mother that, and the mother would enable it and go along with it and say that they were going to go there to their trailer, and they were gonna physically put D out themselves, the two of them, and then she was gonna take Tuck away and have a better life, and she could do more for him and all that, just
Yep.
to antagonize D,
Yeah,
which
she
is
was.
another sick thing.
Yeah, she was building it up. So, in the timeline, people that just got here, I mean, she was really enticing the abuse. And then after she enticed the abuse, even though she saw it, it sounded like she was utilizing that as her first step to get her out of the way. But the crazy thing is she's an imaginary person. So she really wasn't getting the person out of the way to join Tuck. She was getting her out of the way for some kind of sinister, weird situation because we'll get into it a little bit later when she pretended like when she started photoshopping pictures and an engagement and all kinds of other craziness, and I don't understand what the end game was, Kendra. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
I don't
okay,
either.
right, you got this woman, you enticed her to get abused, and created this fictitious. What were you going to say at the end? Gotcha. Like candid camera type
Right. The
stuff.
only
Like,
thing I can think of is to just gain access and control and have it be about her and like kind of like it's her channel, but it's not her channel type thing. And she would do that. I've seen her do that to multiple channels.
right. I mean, as we said, we broke down yesterday that basically she craves that attention. It's so weird because, and the thing is, Kendra, she never changes up her get down. As we said, like the gamer and the person flirting online, and she's only been with two men and this and that. It's such a repeated cycle, and it's crazy that she could be online doing this, creating the cycle. I mean, I was suspicious of her after a few weeks, and
Uh-huh.
it's been years that she's been online, so it's kind of
And
like, wow.
and from what I can tell, it seems like she moves from like sector to sector in a way with the
Yep.
with the bullshit and kind of floats around. But yeah, I've been watching this for like 3 years, just waiting for somebody to put two and two together. You know what I mean? And I've been seeing it, and I'm like, this girl's crazy. But I tried to say things a few times, but people, like I said, she hadn't really done anything to warrant anybody, really giving a shit, I guess.
Yeah, I will show myself, good or bad, with or without makeup. Oh, okay. Can be. Okay. All right, so we'll keep going. Let's see what we got here. Hold on, let me take this comment down. Let's see what we got here. So this is when she started talking about being single. You know how she does that. And I'm a cat lady now. That seems pretty convenient because she's talking about their cat, I would assume, right?
No,
And
I think, yeah, either that or I know that she does own cats, but because she was being sarcastic there, saying like, now I'm going to be a cat lady now.
like a sister wife to the cat that they own, sort of seems like
Yep.
that. It says, is he from NY? Oh wow. She said he is from NY. We met and he kept that from me. And 2 years later, he told me he hid that shit. I believe she's talking about the content creator that she photoshopped herself with and put
No,
herself.
no,
Who is she
no,
talking
that's a
about there?
different person. This one was going back for you, the one that Pillow Talk was speaking of.
Right.
That I don't know. From what I looking back and watching the playback, it seemed like the gamer, whatever his name was, Jack, the voice, I believe, was a co-host maybe of Pillow Talk, and she came in and interfered there. But she was in one of these texts. She said that that person can't stand her ex. So I believe she's speaking of her about her ex here, talking about the wedding and finding out that he was on YouTube. But I believe that Jack person knows who the ex is. I believe is from what I'm putting together now.
Right, and how is she tying that back into Tuck? Like, because it seems like everything that she does in chats and whatnot is to kind of get, to poke at Tuck and to poke at D, that she's like really trying to feel interested. And, these guys that she's throwing out here with this content creator, the only reason I could see her doing that is to gain attention from either Tuck or D, because her ultimate goal was to get Tuck away from D. So I don't know if that's a part of the plan. I was trying to decipher this, but that's just
It's
what I
also
took
the
from it.
chat too. The people in the chat. She's trying to either get sympathy or attention, or people to be like, "Oh wow, really?" And you know what I mean, like the focus on her. So she's having her own conversation with people in the chat as well.
Yes, she did. She was a mod, or wait, was she a mod at Buddy Lee's, or she got blocked after Beasley asked for her, identification or whatnot to verify her age?
No, that was that Asia person. But then when this girl NY came back into the picture, I believe, who was the Asia girl, but she did purchase a mod stick, but then Buddy Lee had an issue and had taken everybody's mod sticks away, and she didn't get one back again. And then that's when she stopped going there, when she didn't have her protection.
Yes, Kim B. Yes, I will. Come talk. Come pillow talk. Absolutely. Because I'm just gonna go through the things. I know I'm missing some stuff, and people are gonna have to fill in the blanks because clearly I wasn't there. I'm just
Right.
pretty
Or
much
if people that know the information, like that can put two and two together, her speaking about a content creator and calling engagement off, if they have more information on that, please, put it in there, because I don't know the history. I just know what she has said in chats and whatnot.
absolutely. Okay, so here she's talking about this is where she's talking about, that she has a black belt and she's been to the firing range since she was 13. So I don't know, is this pertaining to the content creator that she was going to meet up? What was the actual, purpose of that? Because at that point I wasn't up on the story because obviously she's putting that in there for some reason.
Because Dee was telling her, because she was saying she was going to come there, and she said, if you come here, she said, I'll beat your ass. You're not just going to come here. But and he's laughing, thinking it's funny, and she's saying that she's not going to argue with somebody, and then she's saying why would she was telling her to come hit the panel. She was like, why will I go back and forth on a panel with a bitch I can't who can't get shit in her name, because she's basically saying she has nothing of her own, she has no money, and basically saying that she has every, NY has money and has the means to do this and that, throwing it in her face. And then
NY said G Wagon and traveling nurse and all kinds of other stuff, I believe,
yeah,
right?
yep.
Wow,
And so
that's
she's basically saying like she could take, she's been at the fire range, she'll shoot her, it's just stupid talk.
right, exactly. So basically, at this point, not only is she enticing Tuck to abuse her, but she's also obviously like jumping her, saying, not, if Tuck doesn't get you, then I got a problem with you. It seems like not only is she antagonizing her, she's actually putting her in direct fear. So,
Yep. And on
uh,
this text here, she's talking about she's saying that 50 Cent was in her studio in New York, and she was saying that his breath smelled like ass and weed. And then somebody said who, then on the panel they asked her who, and she said he's been in my studio a few times, talking 50 Cent's been in her studio that she owns. And then she said I offered him gum one time, acted like I wanted some, is what she was saying, that 50 Cent thought that she wanted. Like, this is the delusion of her.
wow. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, it sounds like she's got a story to talk about a story to talk about a story. I mean, it's so weird to me. I don't
But like,
get
she
it.
literally is just saying right there that 50 Cent has been in her studio. Like, so it's just crazy. And this was said over at Slappers, she at Slappadon's, that she had 50 Cent in her studio a few times, offered him gum, and he acted like she wanted some, like some ass.
Right, right,
But
right,
it
right,
just
right.
it just goes to show how delusional this girl is. Like, and to think
Yeah.
people are really believing.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, and to be honest with you, I have no idea how I started being suspicious of her. I literally think it was just because she was, dropping things in chats and changing her profile and kind of acting like, oh, whoops or whatever. And then she would back off of the people that were a little bit smarter. Like she kind of backed up a little because just some of the comments I made. I was trying to gas her up, like I said yesterday. Oh yeah, your
Mhm,
face, and thanks for changing your profile, this and that. Every time I said it, yeah, and she'd be like, and that's when the whole gamer and all that other stuff came up. So it's crazy to actually uncover this much. So let's keep
mhm.
going here. We got let's see, what did she say? She was talking about, let me see. Oh, yeah, she said something about, her mom. I know that the little arrow is over the receipt right there, but, she said, Coney Island in Brooklyn. I believe she was talking about, like, where they could go, and "This is my mom." What was she saying about "This is my mom"? Because I was
But
looking up at these pictures.
She changed the her avatar picture to her mom. So if you zoom in, that's a picture of her mom apparently.
Yeah, wow. So that doesn't even look like it resembles the age. Her mom looks like her mom looks like her sister, but
Is what
I
she's trying to say. Her mom is supposedly 44 and she's saying that that's her mother who is
yeah,
a DA.
just like she said when she was pregnant when she was 16 too. All seems pretty convenient, right? So the last two things we're going to look at for now is just kind of breaking down the fact that there are people out there that are putting two and two together. And these were just kind of some receipts that I got breaking down different players that it could be and how deep this goes into. So it says, I'll have to ask around about this chick and why, because sounds like some Shiddygang BS, or she used to be in Shiddygang. I do remember Asia Graves, but this also reminds me of a chick named Clem or Clementine in chats. She used to be in Shiddygang as well. The Clem chick also used to sell tall tales about her life. Clementine claimed to be a psychiatrist, and people that used to talk to her offline clocked the BS. That and she had a southern accent. That's the only reason it makes me wonder. But again, I'll see what I can find and through Shitty Gang members if they know anything. That's a lot. So now we got Asia Graves. I know people are talking about that, and we got Clementine. So is it? I'm like, are these different
Well, I
characters?
can say I think Clementine is a completely different person because I used to be over with Shitty Gang when Shitty Greg used to go live, but he has doesn't go live anymore. But I've heard Clementine talk frequent times, and I believe she's Jamaican. So she does have an accent, but she's not from South. And that's not Clementine. I've seen them both in chat same time. I mean, I know that doesn't mean anything, but I really strongly believe that that's not Clementine. Now, that other stuff, I don't know about Clementine. I don't know her like that. But we have been in the same spaces and on the same panels together and whatnot. And I don't believe that that's Clementine. But the Asia Graves person is, I believe.
Yeah, it's Sophie. I think that the whole adding Clementine into the situation may be a deflection away
Mhm.
from NY, because it seems like NY is moving around, moving the goalposts with Asia, Clementine, all these different couples, and then call it Shitty Gang, because you got to understand this woman or whatever is not normal. I mean.
Yes, and
eh,
also too, she there one of the screenshots I sent you, she spoke about when she has a child, she's going to name the child with an A, like her. And I
Yep.
think her name is Asia, and she wants to name her child with an A like her. So that's,
Yeah,
I mean, real coincidental too.
right. Sour Patch. No, I don't think that Clementine, Clem, whatever you call it, I don't think that she is guilty for anything. I literally think that NY is throwing her in there as a deflection because she's likable. You know what I'm saying? Like, to get the attention off of her. So I'm not saying that Clem did anything, but it's kind of crazy. You said you seen Asia though. Don Play, are you talking about the right Asia? Because I know we had one over in the Mo 3 sector, and then in this situation. So are you talking about the right Asia, Don Play? So we were also, another piece to the game about that situation. Let me show it real quick.
I've never heard anything bad about Clementine myself, so
Me
I
neither.
don't I don't know who would say that, but I know the Asia Graves person is different from the Asia that's in the Mo 3 sector. They're
Oh
two
yeah,
different people.
Yep, she's definitely different. And then we got I used to be part of Shiddygang when I was active. I've heard Clem plenty of times. She's from Jamaica, so yes, she did have an accent, but not Southern. I've seen her be shady, but in my opinion, it was in a different way. But at this point, I don't know who NY is, but I will come out eventually. Us trolls will connect the dots. And you said, or somebody said, but I know her name is Asia, and I feel it's that Asia Graves broad. So, like, literally everything that's pointed toward this whole situation is Asia pretty much keeps coming up.
Yeah,
Let's see. She does go by Asia behind the scenes, but way she lie. Yeah, absolutely. You never know who goes by what and what goes by who. Hey, Classic Lights is in the building. How you doing? She wouldn't let
that
50 hit,
classic.
but she wouldn't let 50 hit, but tried to give it to Slappa. Yeah, that's pretty backwards. As soon as I saw, yeah, as soon as I saw like 50 or whatever, I'm like, hold on a second, but she's flirting with, but she's flirting with, wow,
With
you know,
gamers.
yeah, a gamer, a dude that plays video games, but she didn't want to be with 50. I dropped the link for anybody that wants to pop up. Let me go ahead and pin it so we can kind of connect the dots. That stuff so far that I just presented is, things that we have up to this point. There's other stuff, but obviously I don't want to make this a 6 hour show or whatever, and you guys know that I like to present information and then let the streets do what it do. But
Hmm.
let me pin this link real quick. So if anybody has anything to debunk, anything to help me out to go even further, I'm just presenting what we have as of right now because I'm trying to, you know, I'm really gonna push this until I solve the case. Now, when ZX or whoever called the FBI or whatnot, you said that they continuously moved.
Yeah, they would they lived in a trailer park, so they would move their RV to different parks after calls were made and whatnot. But finally someone was able to get her to go to a treatment center, and she's been doing good for the past two
This
months.
troll page. Why don't you talk to me? That girl NY the voice. Wow.
Hit the
People
panel.
start. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I don't. What does that mean? Like, why don't you talk to me? That's kind of that's a crazy name there. I don't even know how to break that down, to be honest with you. And I'm a great troll. You ain't beef sector. Who are you folks? I've been here since 211. I don't know. I don't know what the relevancy of that is. I'm not beef sector. I'm Mo 3 troll beef sector. I'm not quite sure what the you said you're talking about me.
Well, hit the
Okay.
link.
Right. I mean, if you're being talked about and you have a problem with it, I don't know. Like if you type as fast as the curator and you can tell us what's going on, that's fine. Or you can hit the link; it's pinned. Uh, Amia, let's see, or better yet, talk to Jack. Okay, so uh, it's not really to that point of talking to Jack. It's here's the information. So far I had my show yesterday. We pretty much uncovered that there was a situation. I would have stopped right there and then if there wasn't a reason to continue to think that NY was consistently doing something weird. Yesterday I found out that it goes even further to this, Shiddygang, and Tuck and D. I found out that that's a little bit further, so I can only present the receipts and the information I have up to this point. So if there's anything to add, hey, you came into the chat and you said this and that. You said talk to the voice. Obviously, there's a lot of other people to talk to, other than just Kendra and I. I'm just putting out as much as we have now. If you don't think I'm going to dig into it, you're crazy. But this is what is this? 24 hours later and I put this much together. Like I'm not a genius, like
Well, I
you know,
mean, when you put your stuff out there, it's hard to, people forget that everything is recorded and is footprinted when you're on the internet. So you leave a
okay,
digital
so
footprint wherever you go. So If you have
Exactly.
something to say or you want to debunk anything that's being said, then by all means, hop up and debunk it or type it, whatever. But I
Hey,
also want to say that I don't think Shitty Gang has anything to do with the whole NY situation because he stopped doing lives before this. And at the time, they were going after Tyra Moore, who is, you know, deep black sector. So that was their focus. They weren't dealing with the NY stuff. And the people over there wouldn't deal with that stuff.
so yes, we know you are a troll page. We know it was created 6 minutes ago. Okay, so that's fine. I get that, but the motivation to make that page means that you're somebody that wants to antagonize the situation. If someone says that if somebody's sitting up there lying and you keep typing that, it's pretty irrelevant at that point, and we'll just block you, and then you can make another account. Um, hey, Barn Dog, I appreciate you being here. Yeah, let's see. Just please allow me to just please allow me to speak to the host of the show. Okay, well, I hear you. All right, I read you. Give me fine out. I gotta watch the replay. Yeah, Heffa. Yesterday, what I do, it's very easy to follow my channel. You go to the short. If you on the short, you can subscribe. That short will leave you to the long video if you want to hear all of the details. So I try to set it up for you all to, follow along. Start at the bottom and work your way up. You'll get to the latest short and then you can watch the long video. However you feel like watching this show is great. I try to put together, a show with some content, but if people miss it, they can definitely follow along because replay game is a great place. Always hating on me. Okay, well, we can't hate on a troll that just made an account 6 minutes ago. So, right. This has been super interesting starting last night. Yes. So if
And
I and that's why I encourage people, listen, I'm on every day at 7 p.m. I literally encourage people to understand this is a series. I do not do a show that doesn't have anything to do with the next show and the next show and the next show. Literally, all you have to do is just go back. I highlight everything in the shorts and then just watch the long video. Watch this, look at the receipts and whatnot, and catch up wherever you need to, because we're obviously going to continue this as we find more information. But, as far as the people getting caught up, that's where we would like to be. But I mean, thank you for coming in at this point. But this is like volume one, volume one, scene two, or whatever, right?
yeah, and it's Sheree, it's NY got popped as not being her, and people are now connecting the dots from different areas of who this NY girl actually is. And it's just going down a rabbit hole.
Here he is watching who he called mama talking about him. I'm just seeing every once in a while a troll say something that matters. every once in a while. Um, really turn up. I figured you are. So where's NY at? I'm already confused. Soul fight. You got a corner I can sit in. Heffa Lee, the whole point of this whole series is we're trying to find NY, okay? And we're getting closer than you think. And what I'm saying is this literally just started. Yesterday I didn't build the show up like it just yesterday. This is a situation where, NY just started talking too much. In big rigs and in mine, she would always say, "Hey, I like younger guys," or no, "I like older guys." "Hey, I got this, I got that." "Hey," and then changing her profile pic and avatar. We would catch her. We'd say, "What's going on?" She said, "Oh, well, I'm in the wrong chat. I'm on the wrong panel," or whatever. She would forget what picture she was using where. Then she was talking about a gamer. So she was starting the story all over again. And she goes into different sectors, like Kendra said. And when she goes into these different sectors, she thinks that we're not connected somehow so that she can, rework the whole story over again. That's what it seems like to me. Hey, I found this person on the internet. Let me go play my game. You know what I mean? Pump your brakes. She
Yep.
said nothing about that. Oh,
And
okay.
Shakima, um, found the person that's pictures that NY was using, and she's apparently spoke to her FaceTime, and she's going to be doing an interview coming up soon with the real
And
NY.
oh, right, that's crazy. That she yeah, that's crazy that she's gonna do that interview. Like with the
And
real
Shree, I honestly don't think so. I think it is Asia Graves, the one who got popped for not washing her ass that time, remember?
and it's saying NY Angel or no. Oh, okay. Angie.
Angie, yeah, no, I that's what Shakima believes. But she might have more information than I do. But from what I think it's the Asia Graves girl.
I do too. I've heard Asia. I've heard Asia Grays more than I've heard Angie. So
Hmm.
yeah, that could yeah, that could be
But
the
we'll just have to see
situation.
if Shakima has other information that I'm not privy of. But from what I think, I don't think it is.
Heffily, you're right. It didn't just start, but it just started with me. If I see something going on my platform, because she knows that Big Rigs and I are very interconnected, right? And she went over there and she was just starting to say a couple weird things in the chat. I brought it to his attention. She was modded, and I'm like, well, we need to look into this for some reason. Then she came over here and kind of, I mean, she repeated it, what she was doing, but I would gas her up and say, you look good, this and that, to see, if she would come out and say some stuff. We definitely know that it's not just happened, but I got to bring awareness to my people because I have no idea how she bled over here. Yes, you're right. Yes, it started. No, it didn't start with me yesterday. She was modded up over here for, I don't know, two months maybe. So it's not that it started with me yesterday. Yesterday, I just got suspicious enough to do a show. But when Envi did a video as a young girl, yeah, well, yes, Heffa, she created a whole channel, but she never spoke. She created a whole channel with her dancing and doing shorts and things like
And
that,
never
but never.
speaking.
Yeah, so Heifer, that's another rabbit hole to climb down, because the reason why she created that account is because, as mods or whatever, you can click on the profile picture and clearly you can go to, her channel. So I believe what she was doing is she was setting up that channel to say, hey, let me raise my hand. I am a real person, you know. So NY is Asia. We're trying to figure that out.
And
Go
oh, I'm
ahead.
sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
And also Shri too. She since has taken down her channel too as well.
Yep. I was talking to the real NY now, Chop. Ooh, I'm too old for this shit. Right, I got
And
you.
no, you weren't Shri. Apparently, according to Shakima, the person that she found, she FaceTimed her, and that's who NY's pictures she's been using. NY's been using that girl's pictures. So she's gonna do a interview with her cammed up to prove to NY's been stealing this girl's pictures and videos and whatnot.
That's crazy. I can't wait until she does that. Like man, that'd pull together a whole lot of stuff.
Hmm.
And I can help her, continue the trail that I'm at, because if you steal stuff or whatever, it seems like that person, obviously that specific person has to be targeted, right? I mean, you don't just pick somebody out of the blue, like, and say, I'm going to use all your stuff. It's kind of weird. I guess you could, but it
Well, did
just
she
seems
find her attractive and thought she could,
true.
do her manipulation with this girl's pictures? And I don't know.
Came up that well, yeah, exactly. Pillow talk. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's all she
Yeah,
has to do. If it's really her, all she would have to do is she could hit Big Rigs, she could hit Sincere's panel, and all you have to do is cam up and talk.
exactly. Exactly. But she might be clever enough to have accounts in the damn chat while she's up on the panel. People.
Hmm.
You said, yeah, yeah. The Heffa, that's what I'm saying. Like here, I'm not just sitting over here like doing commentary on something that I'm thinking about or something that I've seen. After I did my first show, she took her channel down.
Yeah,
So Yeah.
Just
So
a few
so
days ago, after the picture of the side by side and the other girl came out, she removed her channel,
yep.
and she did it of one of two reasons. One, because the girl found out that this girl was using her, basically her whole page, mimicking her whole page just under a different name, and had it removed herself. Or, and why I didn't want to get in trouble for taking another person's identity and removed it herself.
Yeah, I mean the thing
But if you're not that girl, if you're not that person, then why would you remove it? If you clearly you have something to hide.
still in her pictures. Yep. So Jack. Okay, so Sour Patch apparently and allegedly she clicked a link and she sounded different than what she looked like, which is why heads think or thought she was Angie. Old black sector troll. Yeah, she sounded like a 60-year-old that smokes 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and I'm not being funny. Like that's how she literally sounded, and that's why
Yep.
people were saying that she could possibly be using voice changers and things like that.
But like I've
Who
said before, like I've heard Angie on panels many a times, and I don't feel that that was Angie. I don't feel like this person was using a voice changer. I don't think voice changers would have your voice like that. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I really don't, in my heart, don't think that Angie would be this devious.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
out
I
of
know
all
she was an old school, black sector troll, but I don't see her as being this cynical.
like, hey, this is like low level trolling right here. Like if you're in the presence of a troll, a comment like that really doesn't shake anything up. I
Well, if you're
promise you that.
using a voice changer, why don't you come up and hit the panel and prove yourself?
Right.
It's
You
very
know,
simple.
yeah, I mean, if you're a
Why don't
troll
I'll
account
hop
that
down for a few, and so maybe she feels uncomfortable if I'm up here. Maybe she can answer some of your questions so that
I
I'm not
highly doubt
involved.
it. How about
But I'll
this?
hop down for a few and see if she hops up.
All right, and then come back up. You're good.
Yep.
The link is
All right.
pinned. Uh-huh. Which is not gonna happen. So I'm gonna interact with y'all about this real quick. So Heffa, you said that's as much as I heard, but I don't know what the hell's going on. I never heard the voice, so I don't know if it's Angie or not. Yeah, so I mean, the only thing this shit is hilarious. Well, this tell me why it's hilarious. I know that you obviously have been in chats with these people. I don't, I don't frequent the chats with these people. I'm pulling it together. The only reason why I'm pulling it together is it's not necessarily really my story. I know Shakim is going to do the interview. It's not necessarily my story. It's about how did I know? I didn't talk to any of these people. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know if she ever went into a chat. I didn't know who the hell Tuck and D were. I didn't know any of this. All I knew is I was suspicious of a mod that was acting weird out in the YouTube streets. So that's where I am with it, you know. Can I get Google Translate real quick? Let's see. You ain't with Jack no more. They were wait. You ain't with Jack no more. There you go, lying again. Who are you talking to, Pillow Talk? Are you talking to somebody in the chat? I'm trying to catch up with that. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just trying to catch up with who you're speaking to. Stacy said last time I heard her was on Diva a few months ago. Really? Okay. Stacy a year ago or so, maybe. See, you know better than me, but I know her voice too. Well, by the end of this show, as I always do, like with regular work and things like that, when I have meetings, I say, hey, let's not have a meeting about a meeting about a meeting. And I do that with my shows as well. The situation would be, hey, here's the information. Anybody in the chat could say, hey, pull up this receipt or show us this part of the video. Now, what you want to do is you saw whose videos we were pulling up. So you guys can go to the actual channel that you guys saw me screen share and watch the full video. Unfortunately, when I was doing my research and whatnot, I thought I could just pull up the video and then we can watch the video and then put those in with the receipts, talk to Kendra and everybody else and put the pieces of puzzle together. But once I started seeing the videos, as soon as I saw tasers and, all that kind of stuff, I was like, all right, I'm straight. Um, no, I get it, Stacy. So I'm gonna do this. I'll take 5 minutes to uh get to this point real quick because I see that people are confused. So Chad, I'll get right to you in just a second. Okay. So yeah, this is a mess. All right. Real quick recap. Fastest recap I could possibly do so I don't repeat commentary. Okay. And why? Comes over to my channel, comes over to Riggs' channel. I don't go a whole lot of places, but I'm always at Riggs and Riggs is here. It's just like that. So she was cool over there. And then we liked that NY wasn't really moving around much. She was only going to certain channels that had certain type of content. And we were like, okay, that's pretty cool. Seems like she's loyal to a certain type of content. We watched how she moved. She was, interacting with the chat real well and doing some things that, potential mods do. And something happened where she was timed out or some situation like that. So the first wrench that she got, among us was Riggs. But then while I was over at Riggs, NY wasn't doing anything weird. I know Riggs would have kicked her out in 2 seconds. She wasn't doing anything weird. But then I think she was trying to slide a couple texts in the chat when she thought Riggs walked away because he said, "Hey, I'll be right back." And, us on the panel, I think we were talking. But I looked down at the chat and she put something really, really strange down there about uh, people being deceased. Just something just really, really off. I don't know if she was trying to throw the chat off or whatever. Riggs comes back and I'm like, all right, let me chill. I don't want to say this like right on the panel or anything like that. So let me chill. So I called him. I said, "Did you see that or whatever?" He's like, "Nah, I missed it or whatever, but you saw it. So, let's obviously make a mental note and see what happens next." So she came over to my channel and she was cool. I was like, I'm like, maybe I don't know. I was just in denial, I guess. So she was over here. We watched her move for about 3 weeks or so, and then I gave her a wrench, which was stupid because I just don't give out wrenches. If you have a wrench here, it's for a very, very good reason. Because my mods are always the best in the game. We're deadly. We're gonna find out what we need to find out, and then we're gonna do what we do. And as I said, with this show, I'm trying to put everything together so it's not as smooth as it usually is until I do research because listen, as of yesterday, I had to put the show together today, and this is what I've gotten so far. So when NY came over here, she was doing the same thing that she was doing at Riggs, changing her picture, trying to look like the sexiest girl in the room, wanting attention. But then she pissed me off because she would start putting, which a mod should never do, obviously, or a supporter. She started putting weird things in the chat that were like, I'm bored with this segment. Okay. uh, I don't know you like that. So I don't know why you're in my chat saying something's boring. And then she was complaining about the commercials. And I was like, well, with the commercials, that's how we get paid. Chill out. So I talked to Riggs about it, whatever. And I said, it's kind of getting weird. Let me look into some things, whatever. So people watched that particular show, reached out to me and said, "Do you know that this girl is this, that, and the other?" I'm like, really? So that's what prompted my show yesterday to try to get the information on what people know about her. I was blind in the matter, never dealt with her. I'm not in the black sector. I'm not a part of the beef sector. And I kind of just move around. So I was like, we got to get that mod stick out of here because now these stories of her saying that she was with a gamer and then she called off an engagement and then it went into her wanting Tuck and wanting D to get away from Tuck. And I don't want to be really, really graphic, but she went all the way to the point where she wanted Tuck to put his hands on D, but then went all the way to the extreme to just to the unaliving level. And once I get a lot more information on that, I will definitely speak on it, because I'm not a person that just wants to come out and speak on something unless I know for sure, because I'm not a fraudulent creator and I'm not going to put stuff out there that I'm not sure about. But when I did watch the video that was sent to me, and the time that NY would be in the chats egging him on, obviously saying things like, hit her again. Oh, now she's bleeding. Give her something to drink. Now she's got liquid courage. Just kind of gassing it up, and then calling. Once she started calling D and Tuck and bothering the hell out of them, getting hung up on, and basically being stalkerish, she created that account so she could be a person, so that she can quote unquote prove to people that she looked like she looked and whatnot. So that's why we're here. And these receipts that I'm putting out right now is so I can get some help figuring out the pieces of the puzzle. I'm not sitting here as an expert. I'm presenting this to the public so we can kind of put this together. Now, I was really, really concentrating there, so I will check on the chat, and I'm going to make sure that this is Beasley. 1 second. On the chat, I'm going to make sure that Beasley.
Good afternoon.
Oh, hey, what's up? You got me in the background. Okay, you turned off that clip.
Television, TV.
So you heard where I went. You were here yesterday, and then you're here now. So where what did I miss? Did you see all the receipts? Where were we at, Beasley?
I didn't see the receipts. I'll assume them to be factual.
Well,
The
they are
internet.
factual because the receipts are actually NY reaching out and going through the steps of saying, encouraging Tuck to beat D up.
There were
And
others that were encouraging them to beat her. She isn't the only one. D was kind of nasty to a lot of those people. They had a weird dynamic over there because there were lots of people, including people that are in your chat right now. There were lots of people that sat there and watched them all the time. And he did abuse the shit out of her. I mean, it was crazy. He'd kick her, he'd do all kind of shit to her, throw shit at her, pull gun on her. I seen a clip where he pulled a gun on her. I thought it was
yep,
nuts. I couldn't
he
watch it.
tased her. He tased her.
Man, she had it coming to training. I mean,
Right.
but they almost made it seem normal, and there are plenty of people that watched it all the time, that were friendly with him. They also played music. They would like play the drums. They played the drums, and every day they cooked something. He had and he had a niece is laughing. It's the truth. But what I really came in to say is that I think that's really New York girl in the chat. I think that's a legitimate person. I think
You
that's
think?
really her. Yeah, I think that's
Oh,
really her.
you think that NY the voice is her? Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
yes, that's her. I'm pretty sure that's her. And if you're nice, instead of trying to railroad her, she might come talk to you. Yeah, she might come talk to you. You probably just put. It's better off not to have her on there with Kendrick because they don't get along.
Right. I understand that.
But
Yeah, that's
I
why
think
she.
I think if you're nice and decide to be fair, she'll give you her side of the story, and then you'll have more to your uh more to your
Commentary.
series here. Yeah, more to your series. Let her
Right.
let her speak because everybody's been speaking for her, and now I think you're convicting her of being just of doing some ill shit on the internet, which people do ill shit on the internet all day long. Lots of people were saying beat her ass, or they if they didn't, and if the people weren't saying things, they were condoning it by being friendly with them. Max Beasley. They were condoning it by being friendly with them. People weren't going there saying, Um, People weren't going there. Yeah, but I don't remember. Yeah, I remember your voice didn't sound like a New Yorker, and you thought that you got mad at me because of that. I don't
And
know
see,
any of that. I don't know about any of that other stuff. I don't think you're this evil person that they say you are. Even if you're playing games and you're catfishing on the net, I don't think you're this. I don't think you're this sinister evil person because then again, I'm a sinister evil person on the internet. So
right,
maybe,
I want, yeah, well, I hit true.
so
I want, well,
maybe
I
by
want
my
NY to know.
standards,
Hold on, Beasley. I want NY to know I'm one of the most fair people around. Like I always, like I've been wrong several times. I present information, like there's been people out here that I'm like, can this person never come back? I literally present all the information I have. I don't say that anything is
I think
100%.
you owe her. I think you let Kendra talk. And Kendra could be right or wrong, but they have an animus to each other, so it's not going to be completely even handed. And I
Right,
think
and I
that you
would
should.
never.
I think that you should let her talk. And you know what? I don't really want to interfere, but I want her to get a fair shake. At least give her a fair shake.
I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
Give her.
I wouldn't let anybody disrespect her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen to what she's
because
saying. Listen to what she's
yeah,
saying. She's
I
saying
wouldn't let
listen. Read
Beasley.
what she said right there. Her last
Okay.
post. She's
No,
telling you
Shakima
what
took
she's
my
telling you
pick
what
and
happened.
okay, I'm reading it. Hold on, Beasley. No, Shakima took my pick and changed the picture because they are mad at me since and sincere. Wow. Okay. Okay. There's no, yeah, there's no way that she's making all that up. There's no way.
No, that's
Um,
her.
because people don't typically type like that when they're making something up.
That's
Like,
her.
yeah, let me read that one more time. No, Shakima took my pick and changed the picture because they mad at me and sincere. Wow.
I don't know what's going on between their dynamic, but she did say something. She said, I think she said that Shakima's doing this, and I don't know if it's true or not, because she thinks that she wanted Gip. I do know that Gip was a regular over there. He doesn't like me mentioning his name, but he was a regular over there with Tuck and D. They all were. All of those people, just about all the, not all of them, but a lot of the Black Sector 2.0 were regulars over there. They know Tuck and D well, and they were friendly with Tuck. And now they know that motherfuckers worked at Ice Turner.
Wow.
They
See,
were friendly with Tuck. Yes,
that's what I
ZX
was
has already
wondering.
been. ZX already called the FBI, the Royal Mounted Police, and shit. He's called the Mossad. He's called.
Jesus. Wow.
He's called the what's James Bond M1. He's already called M1. He's
So
called everybody on them. He's called
right.
the Savak.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Well, we're moving past it. I don't care who he called. Yeah,
The
I know.
KGB.
All
But I'm
right.
saying
Yeah, we're moving past him.
no, but he did this and worked the fuck out of it and had them women crying over domestic violence. Then he told some story, and I don't know if it's true or not.
All
It's
the
probably
mods
not.
and tucks chat was pissed after D cussed us all out, and we was kidding and are saying tase her. It was a joke. Oh, well, I don't know. When I saw the taser going off and her kind of leaning back to get out of the way, it was
Hold on.
crazy.
If they told her to kill her and cut her head off, and he did it, whose fault would it be? Them or hers or his?
Let's see. Oh yeah. I went in their
See,
room, but never condoned.
now they're all hopping out the fuck. Now they're coming out the word explaining.
Went in their room, but never condoned none of their fuckery
Man,
except when Tuck
that's
kicked D
Black Sector
across the
2.0.
room.
They're a bunch of masochists, a bunch of sickos. They sat and watched that shit and were on there for hours and made his show pop. He used to give 12-hour showers. He's confessing right there.
Wow. Oh lordy, and then they moved into the Mo3 community. I can't handle it anymore. I
When
started my own business. Right. I get it.
when they
Well,
when he kicked her, slap a loop to shit. When he kicked her and then kicked her and she went boom, she went traveling. I mean, she's a little light thing. When he kicked her, she went traveling. She
see,
traveled
the
like
thing
about
is what you were talking about. What you were talking about is like I am fair, and the fact that
if you
NY
want to be,
is in
I'm
here.
sorry to cut you off, but let me just say this. If you want to be perceived as being fair, then go ahead and be fair. Drop
Well,
the
of
link and
course.
let her talk. Drop the link and let her talk.
The link is pinned, but I will drop the link. And here's the
Yeah.
thing. Beasley, just like Kendra did, go ahead and jump down real quick because I don't want it to
No, I'm
be
not
that
jumping down.
situation.
I'm gonna look out and make sure she gets a fair shake, but I'm gonna be
No, no,
quiet
no,
for the
no.
most
She's gonna
part.
get a fair shake. The link is pinned. You could come back
Look,
up.
I'm the
I'll
one.
let
Look,
you
look,
up.
look, I'm helping you get the dang
Beasley,
interview.
but you're talking over me. Like I
G-
can't.
You won't be getting the interview otherwise because you're crucifying her, and
I'm
you
not
you've got
crucifying her, but you keep talking over me, so
you're
I can't.
talking about putting
Beasley,
her in jail. This is
Beasley.
where you
I'm
were.
putting Beasley.
Look, I'll
Like
tell her. I'll tell her.
us
No, whoa, 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 whoa,
arguing
whoa, whoa,
is
whoa.
not gonna help. All right, I can't, Beasley. Like I really try to like just talk to you about it, but I'm not going back and forth because you're not letting me explain it to her how I want to explain it. You're telling me I'm crucifying the woman, putting her in jail, this and that. I don't know who this person could be anybody. They're a T. Cool. Like I'm very fair. I stand on what I believe in. Based on what I've seen, I wasn't in the situation. I presented the evidence that I saw. If she has something else, if she this woman right here isn't the culprit. Someone's pretending to be this woman. There, if this woman is NY, then not the NY that pretended to be her. I don't have a problem with her. I have a problem with the woman that is portraying to be this individual. I'm not crucifying her. I'm crucifying the woman that took this person's identity. If this person is who she is, they ran with the lie. Let them run. No, we're not running with the lie. I'm trying to get clarification because here's what's gonna happen in the show. Like I'm highlighting the text and I'm trying to communicate. And yeah, of course, it's a piece of the puzzle. Does she want to hit the panel? I'm trying to. That's what I'm asking. I dropped the link. It's fine. Um, put me in jail. No, not putting you in jail. It would be putting the person that acted like you in jail. Has nothing to do with it. If somebody did a whole impersonation, like they say this is you, right? Wouldn't you want me to make sure that I clear your name because someone impersonated you? You're not the problem. It's the person that created a whole situation to put you in this mess, not her. Um, thank you, Envy. No problem. Back to the serious topic. My apologies, Envy. No, you're good. Put me in jail because someone stole my pick. No, no, let me say this one more time. No, putting her, not you, her, not you. I'm saying, like, if I was you and I was listening to a content creator try to find out who impersonated me, I would be like, okay, that person is on my side. Because here's the thing, that person is trying to depict that you were egging it on for D to get beat. So no, I'm on your side. I'm not talking in circles, Beasley. I don't talk about putting you in jail. There you go, Beasley. Beasley, bye, Beasley. I don't. Beasley's got to go. Yeah, because I don't understand why it's hard to realize that the whole reason for this is to expose the person that is playing the game so that the real person is cleared. Like you're twisting it around. It has nothing to do with that. Put a person in jail for that. It's not about the pick. It's about invoking domestic violence. It has nothing to do with stealing a pick. And if you know anything about me, the last thing I want to do is put somebody in jail. I actually said at the beginning, I gave up my civilian rights. I can't call the police if I'm dying. Like I'm not a police caller. I'm not anything like that. It's about finding the person. See, the confusion is I'm not after you. I'm after the person that attacked you. We're on the same team. Beasley envy is double talking. No, Heffa. I was saying I was trying to track down the person that did all this, that created the account, that created the channel, that was in the chats trying to get Tuck to do that to D. That's what I'm talking about. I don't there's no other way for me to explain it other than I'm trying to clear the real person. That's it. Selected because they allow others to do it to others, but nothing is said when somebody else's defense. I mean, this is just me. This is how I do it. And the whole chat would go to jail. Okay. All right. So a place to go. Okay. You offer D a place to go. Okay. Um, if you are who you say you are, you didn't steal someone's pictures when then they help your comment and behavior is bizarre. I don't know if this is like to throw me off or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Well, you better put us in jail. Jesus. See, there you go. Like, I can't explain. Never mind. Hey, Envy. I've been in and out of Lost. I'm still enjoying. I just have no opinion, really. No, it's cool, Molly. I'm glad that you're here because I 100% guarantee you, like, I'm going to pull this together. And by the end of the show, I mean, especially with these comments, like, just hit the link, explain yourself. Like, if I keep reading, there's no other way. Like, the comments aren't changing into, yeah, I get it. If you're trying to go after the person that's doing something to me, I get it. Thank you very much. Let me come up here and just make sure I have anything to clear up. Like, because I don't get thrown off by trolls, but it's a sensitive topic and I'm trying to give everybody a chance. Envy, real talk, you weren't the only one trying to help D. Bees didn't mention a couple of Black Sector folks trying to help her. One of them is in the chat. Okay, cool. If anybody knows anything about me, like, some people say simp and all this other stuff. I protect women. We all know this. Like, all the trolling and everything I've ever done in my entire life was to make sure that women are safe. Everybody knows that. Go to my shorts. I've been that way my whole life. So, when I see a sensitive topic like that and people send me stuff, Beasley, I don't want to talk right now, dude. Like, there's refreshments or whatever back there. I don't want to be thrown off again by nonsense. You say I'm double talking in circles, this and that. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I know who trolls are, I know who not, but in a sense, that person would be, if the person doesn't understand where I'm coming from, there's nothing else I can say other than just to stop talking. If you stood, you would. Okay, I don't. Okay, not understand. I don't know who that's to. Only on YouTube. Let's see. Y'all call me names. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's getting kind of crazy there. I'm saying others should be allowed to speak up when somebody impersonates them. I know. See, Rico, don't thank you for understanding. Okay. I appreciate it. And Beasley, it's not necessarily not letting you up, but you're being disruptive. Like, I do much better up here on my own unless somebody wants to flow with what I'm saying. Like, I'm not. I'm getting down to the bottom of a story. I don't need the ad libs, the arguments, or anything like that. The one thing that you said, the only thing that you said that made some sense is give her a fair shake. Beasley, you've known me for a long time. I present information. Last time I did this was ZX, and then Vic, and then just Krista, and then everybody, and then Lemon, and then Ness and ODS, and I present information and people can take it for what it is. I'm very unbiased. If someone changes their mind, this is a freaking game of Clue. It doesn't necessarily mean I have all the information. So if somebody is typing in my chat saying they're that person, oh, I'm gonna put them in jail. For somebody using a picture and creating an account. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's almost like I was talking last night. People thought I was doing a whole show on catfishing. I was definitely doing a show on catfishing, but it was deeper than that. I was like, there has to be something else going on. I didn't know what I'm saying today that I did yesterday. The fact that I put the awareness out yesterday, people reached out to me. I'm a reporter. People are going to give me information. I look at receipts. I pull the receipts together as best as I possibly can. I present the information. And if the people want to talk, they talk. If they don't, they don't. I bring stuff here. I don't care what the person over there is talking about when they're live and how they spin the story, whatever. I'm going to make the story the way I want to make the story. My people are going to decide. I don't know if we want to play Clue or find Waldo or where's Waldo or anything like that, but we're going to do it. So anyway, so Rico, yeah, it's very, very simple. You clearly understand. It's no deeper than that. I'm not trying to like, at the end of the day, but the same thing is, I'll give you an example. Let's say you came up here and you're like, no, I got impersonated, whatever. Well, good. Well, then you're going to help me get this thing solved so that we can move on. You know, I don't see a person that would be the actual, I don't see somebody who would be the actual person that I'm speaking up for that wouldn't want to talk to me. That's where it gets kind of crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Let's see. Photoshop slap his pick. Yeah, I mean, that was the weird thing. That individual was photoshopping that pic and putting it next to her to act like they met up in person to, throw people off, saying, I am with that CC, because she was calling herself a sister wife. And that's where the whole, trying to get D out of the way was starting to happen. So that's the situation. And now, now Kendra gets a phone call saying that, they're off to a good start, and, they're getting things back together and this and that. So I'm putting the pieces together just like you all. I'm not sitting up here with all the answers, or I wouldn't be talking about it. This is some Black Sector shit and Black Sector Live, y'all. Well, here's the thing. It doesn't necessarily mean Black sector. See, I'm Mo 3 sector. Fine. If I go somewhere and they want to talk about the case, like, I don't call the news. I don't call CBS and CNN or whatever and be like, I'm in the Mo 3 sector. You guys are covering the Mo 3 case. What the hell do you have to do with it? No, I'm just covering what comes to me. It was my suspicion about NY. It doesn't go any further than that. Literally, I had a suspicion about a mod, and I'm asking the people to help me get down to the bottom of it. Okay. Now she's trying to say that it's not slapping the picture. Envy, if I send it to you, can we have the chat weigh in? Yeah, no problem. All right. Says it's not slapping the pic. People have lied on me. I ain't never got a chance to speak on nothing. Well, you know what? If people lie on me, I speak on it, Rico. Did you do that to slap her? Wow. No, never. If this is a troll page, right? Like, if it's actually a troll page, you're very, very close to the individual, because some of the things that you're typing, I mean, it's like, no, never. Okay, cool. People obviously are starting to write information. Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah, make sure you type above it. Okay. Whoops. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, you guys are going in. Amy, I just sent the picture. She photoshopped. Okay, no problem. Envy, you good. Yeah, Envy's trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. If you don't put yourself out there to make content, I mean, I just can't go panel to panel anymore. Like, I outgrew the screaming and hollering and creating like this chaotic situation where everybody's running around and doing this and doing that. I get it. I actually go to those places. I actually participate in that. It gets entertaining at times, but I'm just a little bit beyond that. I'm trying to do content. So if this is a horrible content, great. If it's great content, cool. That's the difference between subscribers and supporters. Subscribers watch, supporters are here. It's pretty simple. So now you guys are going back and forth. Okay. Well, I mean, we will look at it. You said slap a fake. Oh, Lord. Okay. Let's see. That's what I thought. Okay. Let's see. Ask Kendra about oh boy. I knew somebody definitely didn't like Kendra, which is, I don't, as I said, like, what, trust me, there'll be a time where I'll come up here, I'll turn off the chat. I'll do an upload and say, here's what I think. Okay, cool. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't care. I will definitely be like, oh yeah, I screwed this whole story up, and then I'll move on. Send him, oh Jesus, send him that pic. See, I definitely didn't think like, I mean, here's how I thought about the Kendra part of it. I'm like, well, why are people mad at her? Obviously, you have to ask yourself that. I don't have any hold on 1 second. Like, there's obviously a specific reason why people are mad at Kendra. I don't know if it was a back and forth, the situation. Oh, she said she did. Jesus. You met Slapper in person. I didn't. Wow. Okay, yeah, okay. Now I'm okay. I didn't want to draw conclusions on that type of situation right there because I've been doing this YouTube for a long time and I get it. Um, when YouTube ships start going crazy or whatever, I don't know. You want to get the chat's opinion. We will get the chat's opinion in just 1 minute. Oh, Westbrook. Uh-oh. All right. My last page. Yeah, I get it. You know who I am. Oh boy. You guys are getting it. Let's see here. Wow. Fake Westbrook. Wow. All right. Thanks, Young. Appreciate it. Wow. Westbrook, I don't care who you are, but I do care about your behavior in this chat. That's good. I appreciate that, Vibrant. Thank you so much. I love having you around because it could turn into some crazy shit, and I know you're going to be on it. Lord, this is a lot. Yes, Stacy, it is a lot. And I'm glad I can sit here and interact with the chat real quick to kind of break it down because by the end of the show, we should, we got Kendra, then we got NY, then we have the girl that pretended to be NY, and now we got folks arguing. I'm trying to figure out the trolling and I'm trying to hone in on it because I'm going to pull this together. I promise you, like the next show I have or whatever, I will look at this chat. I will look at what I presented. I will see, there's certain things that you can do to get people's attitudes to work a certain way. Obviously, like I told you, what I did with NY is I was like, oh, you look good. Oh, compliment. Boom. Put you up on the screen. Talk about your profile pics to try to get a behavior to come out. Once her behavior got a certain way and then she messed up what profile pic to put up and started moving sloppy, I was like, okay, now I got to look into this. I caught you, but I didn't know what I caught her for because that's why y'all are here. I say over and over again, this is not my channel. I just host it. Without you all, I don't have a channel. I'm not going to sit here and talk to myself. Let's see. Call. Okay, I got to see what they're going back and forth about because this should reveal something. Because as of right now, I don't think that you're a troll. Okay, I'm just going to say that because I've been anyway. All right, girl, like they call you, and he won't. Don't owe these people nothing. Okay, Kendra said, and why that's why you had a point to prove. Like I told you when I was in Boston, I was 30 minutes away from him. We were friends. Wow. Okay. You guys are definitely shedding some light on the situation here. And I've never said I met Slappa. Okay, so that would be the picture. I guess that would be the picture if you said you never met Slappa, that they wanted me, that Kendra wants me to compare whether that was photoshopped or not, I would assume. Is that right, Kendra? Is that what we're pulling this picture up for? And see, Beasley, how much better I do without you ad-libbing. I let you up because yesterday you had something to add, but you're not going to throw me off. Kendra said, NY, you did say you FaceTimed him. That's what you said yesterday, Kendra, and said he spoke to your mom. He told everyone that you lied. That never happened. Okay. That's what she loves. Okay. What's up, soul sister? Welcome to the building. Yeah, we're trying to break this down a little bit. Don't blame envy. Envy's just the guy that's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Oh, I was just enjoying your attitude. That wasn't my greeting viber. Okay, cool. Spoke to my mom. He told my mom hi on his panel. I think that Kendra did say that someone did talk to your mom, say hi or whatever the situation may be. This sounding more and more like a personal vendetta amongst people who do not like each other. Yes, it does. And Vibrant, if it is that, as I said, I'm fair. I'm fair. If this is just Kendra and NY not liking each other and going back and forth to fight, I'll say that. I don't give a shit. I will definitely say, and while you're right, Kendra, you're wrong. Kendra, you're right, and while you're wrong. I don't listen. As I said, a lot of the people are new in here. I don't hold back. I'm not spitting narratives. I'm getting down to the bottom of things. Once I find out what the hell is going on, I will definitely ride for that person. I don't give a damn who they are. Okay. Um, and told her he would buy her a rabbit. Hey, what's up, Troll Angel? Haven't seen you in a few days. Hopefully everything's okay and you're living good out there. Had to red ball later. Troll Angel, you also have to watch the show from yesterday. It's interconnected. Vibrant a show a pattern of attention seeking and delusional behavior. Yeah, I know you guys were saying that. Whoever the fake NY, not the real NY, whoever the fake NY is an attention crazy person, which I want. If this is the real NY, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the fake one. Maybe I should have put like somewhere in the thing, the fake NY, please stand up or something like that, right? Shout out to Eminem. I would never. Right. Yeah, I'm late. Here, let me get through these. He was live and he said hi to my mom. Oh yeah, I already damn highlighted that. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to keep up and my antennas are up right now. My head is spinning. Only man I know outside of YouTube is Jack. Is that Jack the voice? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Envy had his own personal feelings on NY and multiple other people. I was just sharing the information that I had about her, my own experiences with her. Right. I get that. I know you're explaining that to people, and that's all I ask people to do. If you have information, you give me information. I'm gonna ask you about it. I'm gonna put it out there for people to look at. And if anybody wants to debunk, add to the story, take away from the story, whatever, that's why we're on a panel. If I didn't need to know the story, I would just talk to somebody behind the scenes and make up my own mind and then keep it moving. That's why we're here, because this is going to bleed over into the street somehow, and I'm trying to connect the dots. There's nothing wrong with that, right? What happened to the original that NY page? Oh wow, yeah, that's a good question. Sorry, sometimes I gotta stop to take a drink of water because I don't drink anymore, so water's my water's my new alcohol. Let's see here. I want to know that as well. Maybe this NY in here could say, okay, I want to know that NY, what did happen? Why did that page get taken down? Because once people started bringing awareness and talking about this, including over here, and as I said, a lot of the things that we bring over here kind of, always say, let the YouTube streets do what the YouTube streets do. But yeah, that's definitely a piece of the puzzle. If you know why that page was taken down, I'd really appreciate the response to that. Thank you. Envy, I caught yesterday. I'll have to catch up today. We're always watching, but I was out touching grass. Okay, that's what's up, Troll Angel. I always look for you. Thanks for being a member. I look out for you. So I'm glad you're here. I just didn't see you for a few days. Kendra says, no, that's who's in your chat, what we call the fake NY or catfish. Oh, wow. Okay. You better watch what you say. Okay. All right. So Envy, is this NY correct when they say that you tried to kick it to them on IG? No. I've never talked to an NY or anybody that's pertaining to this situation on IG. The only thing I've done on IG in this particular situation is received information from a lot of people. And what I had to do was the information from a lot of people, I have to put it all together, because here's how skeptical I am to get down to the truth. Some of the people that might send me information might be the people I'm talking about. I know what trolling's all about. Trust me. And no, don't take it personal, Kinder, or anybody else that sent me information. But sometimes trolls are too helpful. We'll just put it like that. Okay. And Kendra, I don't mean you, don't nobody take it personal, but trust me, I know how to put things together and present them. I'm looking to see how people respond. Let's see, chaos. What'd you say? Kendra called me a black female with 8 kids at first, then a young kid. She was pissed he liked me. Mm. Now I will say this, the real NY, I did hear kid, not from Kendra, but just from people. I was trying to decipher yesterday. I heard kid and then I heard 60-year-old woman. So I was definitely thrown off and confused by that situation as well. Just investigating things. It's cool, Troll Angel. Hey, Troll Angel, what I try to do to organize, I know people get tired of me saying this, right? But what I try to do to organize is shorts. Okay. So the way that you deal with my channel is you go to the short. When you go to the short, it'll give you like a little cliff note on what the show was about. Just click on that short. And that short will take you to the long video if you want to watch it. Okay. So I try to keep it in order and organized so that we know where we're at and we know what's going on. Okay. So I try my best, literally start from the bottom, the last short I put up all the way to the top, go to the long video, and boom, 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 you'll be right caught up with the story. Okay. Because I'm telling you, my stuff is a series and it's a nonfiction series. I'm not gonna BS you. If I am gonna BS or troll somebody, I'll tell you in advance. Like when I said, the Vic and ZX thing, I was very, very clear what we were gonna do to them, and it worked, right? Now they're telling on each other, getting police reports, and Vic hating the car and all kinds of stuff. Sometimes we troll and we get, different things out of people. But this situation right here, I literally do want to get to the bottom of things. Not trying to be like mystery and drama or whatever. I just want to know what the hell's going on because I didn't like what I saw. Vibrant, I don't have a personal vendetta. I don't know. Her words on public platform doesn't affect me. I was just explaining my intentions. Let's see here real quick. Yes, Lovejoy.
You know why I'm here, right?
Because I'm not keeping up on the comments or something.
Correct.
I'm trying
Okay.
my best.
All
Yes.
right, my love.
Yeah, I'm writing down notes. I'm trying to keep everything in order because yeah, I got you.
Okay.
All right. I'm black, I'm white, blah. Okay. She thinks everyone wants her soul. Let's see. All right. Hold on. I'm trying. All right, I got you guys. Come Pill Talk. This is wild. Yes, it is. Envy, I love the shorts. If I miss a live, I get caught up. Absolutely. That's why they're there. I try. You mad he chose us and not that rag show you tried to have. Wow. You guys really don't like each other. When you say it wasn't you, I apologize and let it go. You have had an issue since which leaves me to believe it's really you. Exactly. Okay. Cool. All right, let me get down. Slapper was fast to send me your messages. Oh wow. So what I'm seeing is Slapper was sending Kendra's messages to you, the real NY. I'm gonna start calling you the real NY because I believe that's who you are, allegedly, I guess. And he made sure he kept his camera going when he met your clear ass. Not everyone is comfortable hitting links. I know I'm not. I don't feel like that's the only way to validate your opinion. It's not Vibrant. I'm definitely trying to keep up, but me personally on my platform, I just give everybody the opportunity, whichever way they feel more comfortable, because I do get a lot of times that they were tired of typing, and them being tired of typing is, I always give people the opportunity to hit the platform or whatever they want to do. Let me see what's going on here. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
Since clearly she's not going to hit the panel, I'm sick of writing paragraphs in the chat. Um, and why you're lying because I never said that you were a girl with 8 kids and all that. I clearly have been saying for 3 years and said last night that I thought that you were a girl who was slow by the name of Asia that pissed her pants and his mother told her to wipe her ass. That is what I told Slapper. Slapper asked you if you were really a girl named Asia. You came at me. I apologized and said, "Oh, well, I stand corrected. If that's not you, that's not you." For 3 years, you've been going on and coming at me, which leads me to believe I was right in the first place, and that really is you. I was never jealous. I've had a boyfriend for 4 years from here. We lived together. Me and Slapper were friends when I was living in Boston. I now live in Texas, so I haven't seen Slapper. I was never jealous of NY. That's just bizarre. We were friends. We never had a relationship or anything like that.
Yeah, it sounds like there was a lot of back and forth. It literally
And I
seems like
and the
it
only
looks like a
message
love triangle. Go
and the
ahead.
no, not at all. Because the only message that Slappa could have sent you would be the one of me saying that I don't think that that person is really who she's portraying herself to be. That's the only message he could have sent you because I don't speak to him like that.
Heffa, I would assume that Kendra was talking about her new boyfriend. Said who lived together. This
Everybody
comment.
knows. Yeah, no, everybody knows I've been with Newport for 4 years. Oh, three and
Let's
a
see.
half years.
Let's see here. No, you don't live in Texas. Wow.
Okay.
You guys are like decoding each other. You don't think it's Asia. Let's see here. Byron Slapper don't play this shit. He'll cuss you all out and baby come over here.
And
Well, see,
he already had cussed NY out and said to keep his name out of the business. Whatever issue she has with me, that's between me and her, has nothing to do with him. And I've never bothered Slapper with any of the BS. She has numerously messaged Slapper complaining about me being in the chat, her leaving the chat if I'm in there,
her
all
name is
that stuff.
Asia. You see the comment said her name is Asia. Troll Angel. I'm wondering the same thing. Like me personally, I mean, I'm just like Vibrant said, not everybody's a link person, but I, I
No,
don't
she
know.
has
Like
hit links before, so there
if
shouldn't
I'm
be a reason why she can't hit a link. She's hit a link and has had it out with me before. There's no reason why she can't hit a link. The reason she's not hitting a link is because she knows she's been popped. She knows she's been portraying with somebody else's pictures. Even if it is her, it's her, whatever, then she's using somebody else's pictures. The picture I just sent you, I believe she was trying to represent it that it was Slapper. It might not be Slapper. Slapper said it's not him, so that's what had everybody saying that she photoshopped it. But if you could put it up and people who know Slapper, they can come to their conclusion what they think she was trying to do.
okay.
She makes it seem like I've been obsessed with her and Slapper. First of all, there was no relationship. They only talked in chats. They never talked on the back end. They never, Slapper told me they don't talk on the back end. He said that on his panel numerous times. People that go over to Slapper's channel has heard him say, I've never seen that girl. I've never talked to her on the back end. She's messaged me on IG, and other than my chat, that's all we have spoken of. No pictures were ever exchanged. No, nothing.
See, I'm not home. I hate it when people say that. I mean, like literally you could come up for 3 minutes, but see, I'm trying
And
to
I just
figure
want to
this
say,
out because
oh, I'll let you finish.
now I got to figure out. So this situation is a little bit deeper because they're like, so why'd you steal my picks? Are you speaking directly to Kendra? Oh, you're talking about, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the pick that she would have sent to me.
No, no,
To,
no,
to
no,
show,
no. She's
go ahead.
talking. No, she's talking about a picture that I was trolling her one day, and I changed my picture to her, and I said a whiny, insecure little girl or something was my name that I put, and I trolled her for 2 comments, and then went back to myself and was laughing, and she had an out of body experience. Well, I wouldn't think she would care using the picture since they're not yours.
Wow. I just I, I don't know. I guess I'm different. Like if I'm the topic of discussion, I got 3 minutes or whatever. I'm not like begging. I never beg anybody to hit the pen or whatever. But like, why do we have to stop at a situation where we're at a standstill? Because now what I'm thinking is that well, obviously you two have beef, and now I don't
Well,
know.
but
Okay,
it's
so
not a
this person.
personal, but this is not a personal vendetta between me and NY. Me speaking is just a, you did it, started a chant, a live yesterday with your own
Mhm.
personal issues against her. Other people were saying that they had some questions about her. Somebody else from another channel came out with a side by side and said that they're doing an interview with a person who she's been stealing the pictures from. So this isn't a vendetta from me. I just came to view my personal experiences with her and to point out some odd behavior and some odd comments that she has made. But
So
I
the
don't have a
yeah.
personal vendetta with her because I don't even know her. I don't have an issue with her. Somebody on YouTube makes comments doesn't affect my real life. So there's no personal vendetta or beef. She has had an issue with me because she said I falsely accused her of being someone she wasn't when I truly believe is.
So,
And I
okay,
stand
let
on
me
it.
get this straight. So the person that's in the chat, that girl NY the voice, okay, the person that's in the chat represents that she is the actual NY. Okay, fine, cool.
Yes,
Now,
the way she's
okay,
speaking is
right,
saying that.
right.
Yep.
So her being the actual NY, let's just assume it is so, has an issue with you because you were reaching out to slap her. But if this is the real NY, how does that link to why would somebody be the fake NY? Why wouldn't you
No,
and
no,
just the
no,
real
no. That's not the real. I'm saying like the real NY, meaning that's who you had modded. That's who goes over to big rigs. That's who had a really issue with Jax and whatever, something on my pillow. That's who that is. The real, there isn't even a real NY because the other person has a totally different name. But the pictures she used is going to be doing an interview and camming up to prove that this, NY was stealing her pictures. There's only one really
Oh, I
like
get it.
NY, and that's the one who stole the pictures from somebody else who has a totally different name. She just made the name NY, who I believe is really a person by the name of Asia Graves. But I could be wrong. And I said, very simple way to solve it. If that's really your pictures and that's really you, then there's no reason why you wouldn't hit a panel and cam up and speak. Very simple. End of story. Prove everybody wrong.
That'd
But
be a quick
that doesn't put it that way her actions are and the way she, you know, acts and that attention seeking and the comments she made, because that even got your attention days before I even spoke to you, Envy.
I know that. Yep. So, okay. I know people are going to be confused. This person right here is obviously arguing with you, and you're saying this person that says that girl, NY the voice would be the
Is who I've
girl. Go
been
ahead.
going at it with for 3 years. Yes.
Why?
Because I accused her of being someone she said she's not.
Okay.
And then she had an issue with me from that point on and said I was jealous because supposedly Slapper liked her or whatever, which that's what she does, not even in this sector, but other sectors too. She's done this with other people. Oh, they like me. That's why you're mad. That's why she said Shikima has an issue with you because Gip liked her. Like it's a pattern. And I'm showing the pattern here.
Jesus. But then I'm like, whose pictures are the actual pictures? So you, yeah, so you accuse this lady of not being who she says she is. So she's a person, but who's the person that's the actual individual with the pictures? Is this person in the chat saying they're the actual person with the pictures? Or are you accusing the person in the chat from taking pictures? I
No,
I'm
the
just
person in the chat is the person who's been saying that, who goes by the name of that girl NY, and who has
okay.
stolen pictures of another female who I
Okay.
don't know her name was. It looked like her name was, it looked like she was actually foreign, a foreign name. But Shakima is going to be doing apparently a live with the person that NY stole the pictures from
Okay, I got it.
and created the account. and created the account. That's why she took her U page down. Um, that's why she won't hit panels and cam up, because I don't believe that those pictures are really her, is what I'm saying.
Wow. It's a can reflective shit, heat of the trolling or whatever. Isn't that why NY and them is mad at you? Lord, but
No,
that's
then explain to me why I don't, the person who I said it to, I don't have an issue with. Me and Patricia are fine. Me and Slapper are fine. Me and Chazzy are fine. All the people over at Slappers where it happened are fine. She's held on to this and is carried it around and is portraying me to be something that is not true, and saying that I'm jealous of her. It's ridiculous. And apparently this is her pattern, is what I'm saying. This is what she has done.
Soul Fight said, I'm stuck on the part where Beasley said she seems slow, and let's be honest, Asia Graves was young and not the quickest. I don't see how she would be capable of all this. Yeah, because the person in the chat says that her name is Asia. I assume that's Asia Graves.
But really, how hard is it to take somebody else's pictures or videos and put them under a page with a different name? It's not very hard.
Stone Picks, I want to see this live because my besties has all four of us girls who was showing off her clothes. Let's see.
Well, do you want me to send you the picture? Do you have the side by side?
No, the only thing that I have is I have her on the right and then individual dreads on the left. There's not I can't really see the individual, on the left side of the side by side.
All she did was lighten the picture, but it's from another page. I'll send you another thing, another picture of
Okay.
the pink car was taken from Pinterest. Send you that one too. And if you could, in the meantime, show the one of slapping at and see if the chat thinks that she was trying to Photoshop, or if that could be another person. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the girl. You can't even see Slappa. You can only see the girl. It has nothing to do with who's in front. You see what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but that girl's picture, you can't see who is the other person. It's the
True, but
side of their head.
you can see his hair, and you can see the side of the face. Like she was trying to portray like that with Slappa, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I
All
don't know.
right. I
I'll
will
send you the other two pictures.
different sizes. Okay. Yeah. I
All right.
mean,
All right.
I'll put it up and see what they
All
think.
right. And just the people that know Slap is think if I'm crazy, I could be just crazy and being biased because I have a dislike for her harassing me for 3 years. So very well could be. That's why I'm asking the chat.
Right. I get it.
So
Oh, okay.
I'll have to, because I don't have any. It's not a personal vendetta at all, because I really don't care. I was just adding to the fact of people things that other people were saying. Other people that sent you things besides me.
Right. Yeah, I
So
mean, a lot of people sent me stuff because they
yeah.
have I mean, a
So I'm
lot
not
of
the
people
only
have the
one,
same suspicions.
right? So I'm not the only one who has suspicions or has had interactions with her and commenting in chats saying, basically like a look at me, pick me girl.
Yep. Hey,
But
Troll
I'll send you
Angel, you're
those.
right.
All right.
Yeah, drop down for a few minutes, send me that stuff,
Yep.
because I'm actually loading up this first thing that you sent me right now.
All right. I'll send you the other two. All
Alright.
right. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Troll Angel. I'm the only person that could see somebody, backstage. I wouldn't have to bring the person up. You're 100% correct, Troll Angel. That would take a second. It's simple. If she don't follow me, okay. You talk about hitting the link. If she don't follow me, listen. When I get down to the bottom of a story, the person that's in that part of the story, if they're going to be distracted by somebody else, and it is what it is. I need to disconnect from this and mind my own business. Well, that's what YouTube's all about, not minding your own business. We're trying here. Okay. All right. See, when I'm talking to somebody, I get a little bit slower on the comments. Uh, uh, what's the point of the detective work? hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm checking something real quick. It's important. Hold on a second. Hold up. Okay. Let's see here. All right. What's up, man?
Hey, what's poppin' with the envy?
What's good? What's good? Trying to figure this out here, classic.
Yeah, like man, the NY, I don't know if that's the real one or the fake one. She said they involved me in it. How?
I have no idea. Oh, the only reason why they involved you in it because Kendra yesterday mentioned sincere. That's why. That's what.
Nah, no. She just typed in your chat. I don't know if once again, I don't know if it's the real one or the fake one. She said, classy. They said you the dude in the picture too. It's the dude in the picture y'all seen?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I only see the side. I only see the side of someone's face.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, I don't know. She dirty business though. She's 60% of the reason why men slap it down don't fuck with each other like that no more.
Really?
Yeah, her and melanated man hating agenda.
Yeah, that's what they put together. That's what they put together. That it was melanated. They put melanated agenda together with hold on 1 second. What the hell is this? Let me see what that is. Okay. Let's see. I'd never waste time like a stranger. And why you gonna make me ass slap if dinging big? So what do you mean by that? Explain that. Like what does that have to do with you guys not being cool?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Hmm.
Like, I'm the reason why Slap It Down and Sincere know each other. I'm just learning recently they no longer fuck with each other. But anyways, when I was over there kicking it with Sincere, that's when I started meeting Melanated Agenda and the NY girl. NY, I'm not NY. Sincere, she came over there to Slap It Down. They followed her over there and they stayed ever since. But every time I would get into it with somebody, here come these two broads tag teaming up. As soon as the night that me and Slapper Don finally fell out, Melanated Agenda and NY put bullseye. You know the little emoji with the bullseye.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, they start posting that shit in the chat. Then
Well, they
like,
were saying that melanated. Okay, they were saying melanated agenda. What you call it? NY and sincere roll and back each other up. That's what they. That's why they threw you into it, and they threw Octavius into it as well, because for obvious reasons, right?
yeah. Yeah, like I don't know, man, but the sincere part, I don't know if she got anything to do with this, but I know this. Shahoma got issues with sincere, so I can see why she would pick a fight or do something with the NY chick. Although I don't believe NY is the real NY, I do believe she's the catfish.
Talking about the
Yeah,
person typing.
yeah, if that's the real one.
Slapper sent me dingling. What the hell? Said that Slapper sent her dingling pics and won't answer if a big or not. So Jesus, I mean, the whole hitting the link and all that other stuff. Like when people type and stuff, I'm like, what the hell? Um, you said, oh, in the clouds, Slapper and Saida fell out. I don't
Yeah,
know if that's a. Go ahead.
that's what I heard last night. I
That's
heard
what
it
you.
earlier, but I didn't know for sure.
Oh, you heard it. You heard it from around the way type
No,
situation.
no, no, P gang. I dig it, Envy. No, I heard it from YouTube first, and then I asked Slap It Down. He confirmed it.
Oh wow. Okay. I didn't know that either. But I don't really check for them, so You know,
Facts.
you
Me
know,
neither.
I mean,
Me
you know,
neither.
I mean, if people fall out, I mean, I wish I would run this YouTube streets to try to connect those dots. You know what I mean? This really has to do, I think people are misconstruing the story. This has to do with the fact that I was very, very suspicious of NY just based on her own behavior. I didn't know any of this, none of it. It was just like she repeated the same behavior here that she did at Riggs and a couple other places, changing pictures and saying the same thing. You know, you got to be more creative. You can't go to Riggs and say, you know, hey, I've been with two men. I got, you know, I broke up with a gamer and such and so and so, and then say, whoops, I forgot to change my profile pic, and said that they can, you know, collected 35 wrenches so that they can go around and do what they want to do on the internet. Like
Damn.
just certain things was getting a little bit different to me, where I was like, okay, let me start asking a few questions. You know what I mean? And you know, typically I know that people would be in here rolling, but it's hard for me to flow with it because there's a lot going on. And obviously I'm not Black Sector. I'm confused myself, but it's catching my attention.
Neither am
Uh,
I.
Dave, I'm actually, what I will do, what I will literally do tomorrow for everybody is I'm going to watch my lives back. I'm going to look at every receipt I got yesterday. You guys got to understand. Here's what happened. I don't have anything to do with the story other than me thinking that NY was doing some weird shit. People brought me, they're like, oh, yeah, you're right. They sent me like a freaking 10 pages of receipts and videos and this and that. And that was yesterday. This is today, me coming back with what I have. This isn't like the conclusion to the story or anything like that. I'm really trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So
She
you
got
know,
her
these
hand in a lot of shit, Envy. Real talk, a lot of negative shit. She's the reason why me and Slapper fell out. She blocked me over there at D's and Tuck. She blocked me over there at Brenda's spot. She blocked me over there. Where the fuck else was that place?
yeah,
Um,
Diva, I'll give you a short rundown. Mm-hmm.
yeah, like if anybody give her a wrench and if other folks show up to the platform, she gonna get rid of them. Yeah, she got rid of. I want to say she got rid of Kendra at Buddy Lee's. This lady is vicious.
Oh, wow. Wow. Um, Classic, come right back up, man. Give me a second because I do want to break this down real quick because I know if I break it down for Diva, that she can put her teeth into it. So please come back right back up so I can freaking
I got you.
concentrate. I appreciate it, man, because I'm sure I'll have some questions for you. All right, Diva. All right, y'all. Be very, very comfortable or patient with me. Interesting, the story hasn't changed, just more people happen to. Yeah, right. What damn lady who was NY? All right, I'm gonna be missing the comments because I'm gonna give the quickest breakdown I possibly can. Diva. All right. Hopefully you're not trying to throw me off because I will help you. You said you were in the clouds, so I don't know why you don't know. Anyway, Shakima, Diva's probably trying to troll me with the can you give me another breakdown? Basically saying that I've said it twice already. I guess we won't know till Shakima interviews the girl that has same pictures of NY. Uh she good for blocking, then doctoring up receipts too. Now, yeah, Pillow Talk, I did hear a whole lot about how she blocks the chat and things like that, which is crazy. Uh I don't know. Okay. I'm not saying lie to me. I'm saying like if you're being sarcastic about, yeah, I want to hear it again because I tried to, bring everybody up on it. Reese, I def Diva knows how I feel about her. I love Diva, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only reason why I'm considering talking about it one more time. Yes, I want to see the interview, and then I'll have the girl I was helping her show her clothes and with different sizes. Okay, cool. Trolling you is profitable or a big story to report. Yeah, because trolling you is oh Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. So all right. So there's a girl NY. All right. She presents herself as an extremely attractive woman. That, I'm just throwing that out there. It doesn't really necessarily have to do with a whole lot of anything else. But what happened was She has been around, and she was met by big rigs over at Sincere's. Okay, cool. She flowed over there. We watched her. She only went to a few places, that she liked with certain types of content. So we really thought that she was loyal and just riding with, just different topics and whatnot. And she didn't go to too many places that I was aware of. Cool. She came into chats and whatnot, and when she went over to Riggs, she did something weird where she put in the chat like something shocking. I don't know if it was about a deceased. I don't know what it was. The comment was just kind of out there. I saw it but didn't think much of it. Got up to get a drink, sat back down. I hit Riggs up. I said that was kind of weird what happened or whatever. And he had modded her. Okay, cool. So she flowed over here. Typically, if Riggs trusts somebody, I trust somebody. So typically they get modded. Okay. So she started to come up with these. She has like a mantra of a story. The stories that she has is that she's only been with two men, and she was with a gamer and this and that, and presented herself like she likes older men. Great. Pictures started to change. She had like maybe 40 profile pics. She would drop in certain chats, and I was like, let me start gassing her up a little bit to see what's going on. I was like, oh yeah, your pretty face, and the compliments or whatever, putting her up there, seeing what's gonna happen. Cool. So from there she kind of moved around or whatever, but then in chat she started putting down things that were disrespectful that I would never think that a mod would put down, like I'm bored with this segment, or all these commercials, or just kind of throwing in personal things about herself as we went. Okay, that was weird. I was like, what the hell's going on? Mods don't typically complain about commercials and things like that. Great. um I put that information out there. That was pretty much my show. So obviously, I get flooded with receipts from just about everybody about everything. So I put the receipts together. I showed the receipts. Now there was who was it? It was damn Jesus, I'm all over. It was what I said right here. So there was Tuck and D, right? So allegedly Tuck and D, obviously, well, not allegedly, they had an abusive relationship. It was crazy, from tasing to training the lady how to get, hit, and all kinds of like crazy domestic violence to the level that is insane. So in NY, the person that had the pictures that was our mods created a page. That page had like shorts on it, dancing, whatever, so that it looked like it was attached to that individual. Great. So NY started reaching out to, like, I mean, this was a while ago. NY was um reaching out Tuck, and basically was putting in the chat the receipts were telling Tuck to keep hitting D and saying, hey, slap her again, make her bleed. Now she has liquid courage. And that NY apparently was reaching out and talking to Tuck. And when she would reach out to talk to Tuck or whatnot over and over and over and over, D would get mad. Now there's some pictures where people think that NY was then photoshopping herself with content creators. I believe that would be Slappa, as far as I know. Now, with her photoshopping and whatnot and antagonizing Tuck to get to D, she went all the way to the point where she asked for her, or was egging on for her, to get unalive through suffocation, right? And that's where we're at. That's the best I could pull together, the information I have so far. So, let me scroll up to make sure that you said the chat. I go in the chat, they gave me a stick. Okay. But whoever that NY was, or if it's you or whatever, said that they collected 35 mod sticks, so they can go around and just whatever. What damn lady? Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, yeah, all right, there you go, Diva. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So the only thing that has transpired from yesterday to today is that Kendra obviously has a problem with NY. It was said that Kendra was sending slapper pictures and all this and all that. Okay, cool. Now I know that they have beef. Now, I mean, from the gazillion receipts I got from a dozen people or whatever, I have to take yesterday and today and put it together, because the only information I was able to put together now, it was from the show all the way from yesterday. So I had about 16, 17 hours to come up with this show. So that's where we're at right now. 30 mod 6, but online is much crazy work. 30 mod 6, but not online that much is crazy work. I know, right? I don't know. You said, I don't know why they so invested in me. They're so invested in you because they're so invested in you because do you think that people want to look like, do you think that people want to look at, you think people want to look at stuff like this and then ignore it when the person, hold on, let me take this comment down real quick. Do you think that people want to look at this and then see comments from an NY saying, smack her tuck? Okay, smack her tuck went into this. And then it went to, let's see, it went to this, money to fix, and then really talking about the life and whatnot. And then, just kind of arguing, and then went into the drinking situation. Like, you said she was spitting blood again, that the individual had liquid courage after you told Tuck to hit D again, right? And then let's see, Tuck did it the other day. You're talking about being on the phone and obviously saying something about being on the phone or whatever triggers people clearly. And let's see, we keep going. And let's see here. What is this receipt about? Oh, you're talking about a firearm. And in the actual video, we were talking about her getting tased, and that's the alleged firearm. But see, the same NY is consistently in the chat antagonizing the situation, that's the crazy work. And then it goes crazy into, he's from NY. He met me and he kept that from me for 2 years later. He told me he hid that shit. So basically, like, you're a cat lady now, whoop whoop, whatever. That creates a story of, you know, uh, changing the pictures out and being with content creators. Then it goes into what the hell is this receipt? Let's see. Oh, this is talking about the firing range and being let's see, the firing range, and then also being a black belt and you're good with your hands. And then it went into, offer gum sometimes, and 50 Cent's been in the studio, and that the NY has a G-Wagon, and so on and so forth. Okay, great. Then it goes into, calling moms. I believe, your mom was on the phone and the mom spoke so that somebody would think that you're a real person. And then it goes into talking about, Clementine and Asia, and I'm showing you guys like the craziness, Asia Graves and Clementine and Shiddygang and all this other stuff. Then this comes up. That's another person sending me receipts, about the Asia Graves again and whatnot. So that's why we're here, you know. And I'm here reaching out to the people that know better than I do. It's pretty simple. Let's see, where in the world did you come from? Oh, let's see. Saeed only had like 5 people rent, so maybe she knows her. Kendra said that it's a combination of Saida, um, melanated agenda, and NY. She said that those 3 roll together to get wrenches. Whether that's true or not, all I can do is report. I don't make the news, I report the news. Don't hold me accountable to trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Okay. Asia Graves, right? I forgot about her. I think the whole world forgot about her. I've never been in YouTube gang. Okay. I mean, everybody gang bangs on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So we're here. I believe Shakima is against that girl NY because of Gip. I heard about Gip being a part of the situation or whatever, or being thrown into the situation. You can't help when your name gets thrown in. Chat room was watching her encourage DV and Slapper's photo, and Kendra is an eye on her. My brain hurts. I know mine does too. Imagine me. You know what I'm saying? I got to sift through this, that, and try to have a show. Let's see here. Do you remember Asia Graves chick? NY, how long have you been around? NY, NY apparently has been around for 3 to 4 years. And, you know, the whole making a whole page and stuff is crazy. Hey, I laughed at her off YouTube. Remember? Okay, cool. 3 years ago. Okay, yep. Okay. Diva, since Asia Graves was popped by her mother to wash her ass, that's why this NY person popped up. Okay. Hit that link, NY. Yeah, I think that we could, yeah, Nissa. I wish that would be the piece of the puzzle. That'd be great, because this NY, I have no idea like why you can't just say, hey, how you doing? You know, this is me or whatever. So I guess that person wants to be a part of the mystery, which will make me go even further into it. But I won't be thrown off, because like if that account was made 6 days ago. So and that person said that's my other name. I don't know how it's your other name if you made it 6 days ago, but I digress. As I said, I'm fair, but at the same time, if somebody doesn't want to clear something up and I'm wrong about a story, or I got the wrong picture, the wrong receipt, whatever, if that wasn't the case, I would just make sure that maybe I cleared a couple things up. But hey, you know, I'm not I'm not like everybody, and I don't feel like everybody should be like me either. She claims to have a stalk in the beef sector. Oh, Jesus Christ. Uh I know Asia's voice. Right. They also said that there was a voice changer used, and the person sounded like a 60-year-old woman who smoked a carton of cigarettes per day. So that was definitely interesting. If I hear her, I'd know. Okay, cool. When Kendra goes up, hold on. When Kendra goes up without that wing, I will. Okay. Jesus Christ. So you're still talking about whether you're going to hit a link or anything. Envy, ask her to hit the link. I did. I said that I would be fair. I said, you know, I'm only looking out for the individual. Literally, I'm only looking out for the individual that faked this girl, because the individual faking the girl would be connected to ensuing the DV on D with Tuck. And it's an extreme situation where somebody was asking them to, you know, take another drink. Oh, you got liquid courage right now. Keep beating her up. If you watch the videos, Diva, you know, when you see the beginning of my show or whatever, you'll see like those videos are like super duper disturbing, like to say the least. You know, watching a woman get tased, watching a woman get something, you know, held over her head, watching the dude say, hey, I'm training you to be beat. And it was bad. It was really, really bad. Hard to watch. She's terrified to hit that link, Diva. She would never. Right. She is. That doesn't make any sense to me either. But whatever. Um, What's up, Sparkles? Appreciate you being here. Diva, that girl NY claims to have used a voice changer, but the dialect was still slow. Right. She did say that she used a voice changer. That's not Asia. All right, let me scroll down. Let me catch up, y'all. Can you please show this side by side picture and let the chat come to their own conclusion if she's lying? Okay. Though the side by side picture better be better than just looking at the side of somebody's face. Like that side by side is trash. Let's see here. All right. Okay. I'm not really okay. Well, I mean, all right. See, that side by side confuses me because what is that proving? Um, she loves it, so she cares. I will. Okay, if I put up the side by side, please let me know what the hell. Please let me know what the hell I'm looking at. Anyway, that's why I think you are who you are. You're juvenile and insecure. Get a grip. Yeah, if all this was about me, I would 100% click the link and be like, this, and that. All right, I'm out. Like it's not that serious. Tuck has teased D many times and she asked him too many times. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna upload that, Kendra. Not quite sure what it's supposed to prove, but you can type in the chat what it's supposed to prove because I've seen the side by side and I don't even know why that side by side exists because people can use different names. But I will, for the sake of the chat or whatever, I will definitely I'm doing it right now. Okay. Let's see here. All right, 1 second. All right, we're gonna take a look, y'all. I don't know what the hell we're looking at, but we'll know in a second. All right. Here we go. All right. There you go. What are we looking at? Been busy in the studio helping my gang. Showing off the clothes for the store. What are we looking at? What is correct name? Why I get used to being your moderator? She have went by the name before when she was with him. This is her. I don't know why her is made today, but she's name before Shakima did someone else's picture like that. Okay. All right. What are we looking at? Look at the dates of the post. They are like 4 months later. Okay. Yep. Okay. 1 month, February 23rd. Okay. Explain a little bit more what we're looking at. 29 wrenches. Yeah, she had like 30. She had over 30 wrenches. I can't even. So, okay. So, okay. Someone took pictures of months later. Okay. Anybody anybody want to help me out with this? The real one is on the left 4 months before the one on the right. Okay. Oh, you're on the right. Who's on the left? Maybe I'm stupid. Jesus. Y'all are crazy, man. What? Now it's funny. Like, I mean, wow. Look identical to me, other than skin tone, which appears to be manipulated. Yeah, I mean, one's a filter, clearly. The right one is a filter. Let's see. Stacy, I gave it to you. And you retired. Yeah. That's me. I lost 23 pounds. Thank you. That's not her. I know. We're learning with you, FBI. I appreciate it because this is a freaking disaster. Envy doesn't have all the answers. Envy just tries his best to freaking do something. You know what I mean? The real one is posted in February. NY took the pictures and posted it in April. Okay, I understand what you're saying now. Okay, so somebody took a picture from February, posted it April. All right, what's up? Go ahead.
Hi. Now, I know the people in the chat are pretty educated. The picture on the left is apparently the picture of the real girl. That's her real picture that was taken in February. That does
Okay.
not have NY's name on it. What Shakima is saying that she took this girl's picture and multiple other ones of this girl, But this is just one of them that she posted, and she posted it 4 months later saying, "Been busy at the studio helping my gang with her clothes
Your
for her store,"
your
which
AirPods are
is,
doing that burnt.
can you hear me now?
Hit your echo cancel. Hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the person on the left is apparently the real person. And why apparently stole this girl's picture and posted it as if it was her 4 months later
Your
after the
AirPods are
original was
doing that
taken.
crazy shit again. Hold on.
Hold on. I'll come out and come back in.
All right, please do. NY, stop worrying about everyone else. Do you today? You said it's not true. Prove it, because if you don't, this will be bigger. You know that. Are you 16 or 60? That's right. Like 16 or 60. Troll Angel, she's interviewing the one on the left and the one on the right. That girl NY is nowhere to be found. Right. I get it. Yep. Yeah, that girl. And clearly you can see you used a really quick filter. But go ahead.
Okay, so the person on the left
You gotta change the you gotta
is
like go ahead. We'll try.
is it all right? Can you hear me?
It's doing the AirPod farting. I want to answer a question. Diva, that's why Beasley was over at Buddy Lee's and was questioning her, said that she can cover up her name and everything, but he wants to verify her age. So he was like, you know what, like if that's you, your age, whatever, you can pull out an ID, you can go ahead and cover up your name. And once that didn't happen, I believe she was blocked. I post a lot of pictures later. Damn, how stupid.
Can you
That's why I
hear me
was
now? Is it better?
I want to see the interview. Me too. Yeah, it's better.
Okay, so the person on the left, that is apparently the original picture that was taken in February. NY posted the same exact picture, lightened it up, and
Damn, your
posted it
AirPods are
in
doing that.
April.
Your AirPods are doing that again. They're not going to be able
Let
to
me
hear you
switch
because it
again.
goes burp,
Let me switch
burp,
again.
burp.
I took my earbuds out. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I tried this for the 10th time. The person on the left, that's the original picture that was taken in February. NY apparently took the picture from this girl and posted it as if it was her 4 months later in April and just lightened the picture up. People
Okay.
who live in New York say that that is not even a New York subway. So that's what I'm saying. She apparently took these pictures. Well, Shakima got in
How
touch with
can
the
you up
girl
here?
that's in the picture on the left and is going to
Right.
be doing an interview. And apparently, Shakima FaceTimed with her, and she is really that girl. And she's going to be doing an interview on how NY stole this girl's picture and her
Right.
videos.
Well, I'm going to take
Is
this down. You got it. I don't know what
and
this is.
also
I've
show the
changed
one with
every mic.
the one that was on Pinterest that was taken from Pinterest, and she posted it as hers and
So
says that
it was
that's
cross
her
check
pink
with Pinterest. Let's see. So yeah. That's a good question. When's the
with a license
interview?
plate that she claimed that was hers, and she said that that's her pink G-Wagon that she's told everybody that she has. But that picture was taken from Pinterest.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you got to drop down and come back up because that
All right.
is getting in the is getting in the way of the what I'm trying to explain. But yeah, I want you to explain it, but just change that because you were up here for like an hour and a half and it wasn't there. It was fine. Okay, so let me take this down. Jesus. All right. So green screen. What? When will the interview happen? Right. I think that's the magic right there. Diva, I told you NY when. Yeah, right. When. And then I will post the other three girls with the same outfit. Jesus, y'all are tripping. How do we know that it'll be the real girl? Because Vibrant, I think that I apparently Shakima FaceTime the girl on the left, and I would assume they're camming up. So if that person cams up with the picture, then we have at least that piece of the puzzle put together. Stacy, please come and get me whenever they're talking about this. Okay. Don't shit. This stop him. This is hilarious. Hey. I think it's funny too, but it's like, wow. I mean, see, the funny part is the funny part. Hopefully it's all funny, but what I'm saying is the ensuing the DV and all that other stuff. And see, here's the thing, like credibility of witnesses, right? So her and Kendra are going back and forth, and they say that Kendra sent some pee pics. I think Kendra said she did or whatever. And they're arguing over a man allegedly, but Kendra has a boyfriend now in Texas. Hey, like y'all are crazy, man. I might run from this. You know, canceled. Like, I thought I could figure this out like a little bit faster, but everybody's like, wow. And I'm trying my damnedest to let's see. Hold on. All right. So she can prove backstage. I know, right? Exactly. Right. Troll Angel, I've been saying that like with you for hours. Like all you have to do is go backstage and turn on your camera and drop. Like, and then this could all be over and I'll move on to something else. You know? I mean, I wanted to get ZX and Vic telling on each other, and I accomplished that. So I got bored and went to audio something, and now I think he was first, and then ZX and Vic, and now we're here. So you know, just kind of switching things up. So I would definitely like to be done with this because there's too many twists and turns, and I don't have time for that shit. Um, I thought we were going to show this. Boom, here's the situation. Here's the receipts. Okay, who knows what? Okay, great. Boom, done. But here we are. This show is a series. Go to the shorts. From the shorts, if you want to watch the long video, watch the long video. That's how we do over here. It's so hard to catch. Shakima lives. She sneaks in and out. Yes. It takes 10 seconds to turn a cam on backstage to show Envy that's her. I know, right? Troll Angel. See, that's what makes it freaking ridiculous, right? Um, yeah, that's what makes it definitely different. I know I'm not crazy. It's right in front of your face. I get it. But here's my question, right? Playing devil's advocate. Let's say that somebody takes like a bunch of pictures or whatever, right? And they post. Okay, no. I get what you're saying. So if someone posts a picture, why would they post the same picture months and months and months and months later? I get it. Okay, fine. So you're saying like if somebody posts their picture in February on the left, they could actually steal that picture and use it in April on the right. Got it. Jesus Christ. Um, or you know what? I'm going with that. If I don't have it, that's what my understanding is. Okay, great. And then they added a name and time. Okay, good. Who is that? OB? Shit, great. Somebody else, huh? We were talking about Clementine, Asia, NY, Classic Lights, Octavius, Beasley, Buddy Lee. Sounds like black sector business. I need to get the hell up out of here. I got to get the hell up out of this story. Jesus Christ. I never said I said received my pictures. I said I was friends with Slapadon in real life. We lived in the same town before I moved to Texas. Great. So an interview is happening with the real girl that was on FaceTime with the person doing the interview, but there's been no proof. Correct. I don't understand that. Like the interview is being done with the girl that's on the left picture to try to prove that she's not the girl on the right picture. I guess maybe I'm dumb, but so far that's what I think. Look, I believe you, girl. Go up and tell everyone who you really are. Just go up, show them, girl. Like, yeah, right. Look at Don play. It's just crazy. If you have no problem showing a pic of yourself, then you should be able to cam up backstage. Now I'm starting to now I'm starting to think it's funny. I'm gonna give Diva her surprise. Okay. I have a surprise for Diva, by the way. She knows it. She just, she's running from it. GX looks like, oh Jesus, thinks he looks like Peter Griffin. Well, yeah, that was a long time ago. And that's when I did this. You know what I'm saying? I troll myself. Like when people finally realize that I don't care, they'll get it, right? And I'm also that guy. So envy doesn't care at all about anything, and then I want people to think sometimes that Molly's on the platform, because Molly doesn't join links. Envy does not care. My real information's out here. You can't dox me. I don't give a shit. So y'all can run around the mulberry bush and try to mess with me. I don't care. I troll people. Oh wow, hold on. Sorry, Molly. There you go. Okay, good. All right. So what do we got? Ding ding diva, except someone else popped and found the original pic. Right. And the funny thing is, all I was is curious about the girl because she was doing some weird stuff. And that's why we're here. I still want to see the Photoshop pic so I can get one last laugh in for the night. Okay. I'm gonna upload that right now. Now this is that gets weird. It gets worse. And then the end of the video, did you look at the end of the video with D and with Tuck and D? Did you see the end of the pictures, how the woman looked that was actually getting tased and whatnot? She looks a little familiar in this in this whole situation, but I'll just leave that at that. Let me try to find this picture real quick. So y'all can get this so y'all can get this last laugh. Okay, cool. I got you. I'm here to please. All right, let's see here. Okay. Man, I'm getting the hell up out this story. Have fun, y'all. If you stealing pigs, why is there a pig from one page and on yours? Kiss my ass, Diva. Diva Top Boys, yes, Shakiva did. It reached out to the girl. They FaceTimed on the phone and setting up an interview. Okay, we'll see. All this could be solved on the link. Right, Troll Angel? Hey, listen. I, listen, we could stand in the freaking mirror and call for Candyman, and that person's not showing up. Yeah. Photoshopped. I got that. Hold on. But I don't know why people want to look at the side of somebody's head and say it's a person, but I'll show y'all. Okay, so the only thing considered hearsay is interview in the face. Okay, hold on. I'll pull this up. I mean, I think it's ridiculous, but you all can tell me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this proves, but like everybody is hell bent about me showing the pictures. So here you go. I mean, you tell me. What are we doing? There you go. Right. Yeah. Uh, And I didn't care about the troll thing. I cared about trying to find the woman that is trying to get people to commit domestic violence. People don't understand this. And the NY uh has people there's been monetary transactions, money transactions, flight tickets bought. It's deeper than that. We don't care about the troll. We don't care about a catfish. We don't care about any of that other than the deeper part of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like people have to watch the shows before. I conveniently put up shorts and posts and everything so that people could follow along. I go live every day at 7. It's not real hard. 7 Eastern Standard Time. Like when I'm done with the story, I move on and let people have it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just covering what I can cover on a slap. Okay. Yep. Probably. Yes. We never met. Okay. Is slap there someone where cuz chop right. Well, I guess that apparently now she says it not slap it down, it's another man. I can't with the lies. Like, does anybody see the side of a man's head and can call that whether that be him or not? I don't know. Right. I don't that's crazy trying to get a man to beat a woman. Right. That's my problem. That's my I don't care about who's trying. Listen, if I cared about who was with who and whose bed, I would feel horrible about myself. I don't care about that. I care about we need to find the woman that is getting this woman beat, that's getting D beat, and she asked for her to be unalive via suffocation and has reached out to many, many men after getting mod sticks to try to get them to transfer money to the accounts, buy plane tickets, run scams, this and that. Stop thinking that I give two shits about a catfish. Like, don't flirt with avatars. Okay. Rule number 1 on YouTube: don't flirt with avatars. Okay. If I before I put a heart emoji or anything in the damn chat, just know that we went private StreamYard, turn on our cameras, and then everything was freaking great. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not quite sure what we're trying to prove here with this picture. It's great. Thank you very much. I've seen it. Several people have seen it, and hey, if you guys think it's slap it on, cool. If you don't, that's great too. Uh, let's see. Wait, what? What do you whatting about, Diva? She obviously a troll, y'all. Come on. Well, Diva, come on. I don't care about that. I'm a troll. I mean, I'm one of the best trolls ever. Sabadon said that's not him in the picture, but sure looks like him. He said it's weird and he never met or FaceTime with her after she said they did. She lied. Okay. Yep. I did hear about that she did lie, that they FaceTimed. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be quiet. Nah, but I don't think he looks like Slappa. Right. Some random person. So let's skip the whole it's Slappadon. Let's just focus on the fact that that woman was photoshopping said anonymous individual, which is crazy. But then we got to go into, why Kendra and her are mad, but we're talking to this purple T right here that's mad at Kendra. But so there's like 3 people. There's like this person in the chat, and then there's the fake NY, then the real NY, and then we got Clementine and we got Asia. Didn't you say your name was Asia earlier? That girl NY, the voice, you said your name is Asia. So I'm not really seeing Asia in your name, but maybe I'm dumb. I don't know any trolls getting money transferred or plane tickets, but never shown that up. Yeah, I mean, I wish people would understand. That's all I care about, really. But I care about the domestic violence thing because when I watch the videos, I've never seen anybody go that far. It's crazy. Like tasing her and stuff. Like, come on. Come on, bro. Envy, I just noticed you couldn't make one goal. Oh, okay, great. Well, sometimes people prefer Cash App, but for the most part, I typically make my goal. Anytime you want to share screen and look at my analytics, everything is looking good there, Diva. She claims she isn't and could sign. I have oh, by the way, also I got 35 members. Shout out to the 35 members. But anyway, I digress. Look at the anyway. Look at the views on my shorts. Like, yeah, I might have 300 on this, and another 6 in shorts. But anyway, she claims she isn't and could solve it by hitting a link and show her face and speak. Right, it's pretty simple. Then game over. Right. So somebody was busy anyway. Kendra came up without your wig. Oh boy. Does NY sound robotic? When she talks. We know what you're talking about. AI voice. Diva. Let's see. Hey, Diva's obsessed with me though. So don't mind her, y'all. Trust me. Trust me. She is. She has professed that I'm, anyway. All right, moving on. Sick individuals. Leave. Kendra wear wigs. No, I don't think Kendra wears wigs. I told Kendra to cam up a while back without her wig, and I'll cam up, but she refused. I don't understand this cam up thing. Like it, like really, like why don't people just? What's the big deal? Like you join the pan. Maybe I'm different, but you join a panel and you turn on the camera and you say, "Hey," um, or you're just playing games. It's pretty simple. I just docked someone from there. Oh, okay, great. She's bald headed diva. Old as fuck. Exactly. Right. Right. Troll Angel. It's not a big deal. And Troll Angel. I like what you said earlier. If you show pictures of yourself and you're posting pictures all over social media, then you look like your picture. You're a good looking person, right? Like, am I tripping or missing something? She thinks it hurts my feelings. Okay, great. She swears she was doxxed by the beef sector. That's why she won't click links or cam up. Uh, if you're already doxxed, that's the whole point. If you got doxxed and you saw pictures of yourself, you don't care anymore. Like, this is my picture. Everybody knows my website, where I live, where my business is. I don't give a shit. I I dox myself many times just to take that off the table, because if you mess with my business, you'll be paying me for the rest of your life. If you come to my house, I'll shoot you. I mean, both are really, really bad. So pick one. If you dox me, I mean, I've been doxed and over again and proven to be black. So I'm one of the doxing gone wrong stories, or doxing gone wrong stories. No one cares about Kendra. Yeah. Yeah. This is about NY. Diva, her pick is 2018. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see. That girl NY, give it up. Wow, the excuses. Yeah, the thing is, I mean, she said that she wasn't home or something like that, but your phone's in your hand. Just press cam on. Instead of type, just press camera. But okay. I think NY is you tripping. Stop tripping. Leave my soul sister alone. Goddamn. No, she's always in my business. Okay. All right. Stealing pics. Correct. Uh, let's see. And someone is stalking her from the beef sector, but no one knows her that I know of. Thank you. Diva. Just let Diva be Diva. She's. I'm gonna send Diva in her PO box some new sand so she can play in it. Let's see. Yeah, memberships. Wonderful. She has done a bunch of shit to my people. All right, let's see. Oh boy, I can only imagine. Oh Jesus Christ. Interview is set to happen, but nobody knows when. Okay, cool. All right. Well, thank you. All right. God. Envy's doing just fine, Diva. Is trolling. Okay, so what we got? Okay, I'm gonna read this. Don't care what you have to say about my goal, but what I've learned tonight is Kendra is obsessed with finding out who NY is. NY is trolling the beef sector or the black sector. NY did make goal, and an interview is set to happen, but nobody knows when. Actually, yeah, that is like wherever the chat breakdown or whatever it is. Yeah, you got it right. I came up plenty of times last year. I danced for a fundraiser 2 years ago on Buddy Lee's. Everyone has seen me, please. Yep, you're caught up. So what else is going on? I still have something for you, Diva. Like whenever you whenever you pass by or whatever, just hit the link and I'll give it to you. Okay. If not, you're running. I already said what was going on. You know, like the only other thing that was going on is I did the audio pulp thing. That's done. ZX and Vic, I got them stitched on each other, running all over the place, acting retarded. And you know, there's not much else going on at all whatsoever. I should work for AI. Yeah, you should. You really should, because you broke it down. Envy didn't beat goal. Hang on. You know, if I was one of those people that over explain, have to prove everything and turn a camera on or whatever, I would show you my cash app. Why you tagged me last night? Because I said I have a present for you. That's why. I was very clear. I said, hey, Diva. I said, because I told the public, it's in one of my shorts, that I have a present for Diva Tomboyish. And I tagged you because it literally said, oh, Diva, I just happened to tell the public that I got a present for you, so I have to give it to you. That's why. And why I told Melanated to worry about her health and not to be so worried about me and upset. So could have another, that. All right. Please don't type that craziness. Singing da 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 da. Hit the link. You just want to be. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I thought Diva and I were in never mind. All right, cool. Kendra, I told her health was more important than a person that could care less about her and her opinions. Okay, so yeah, I can Diva, I know why you act like that towards me. I definitely do. And that's you want me to show the people? How about this? Damn. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me get water. All right. All right. So, okay. So you're out. All right. Well, I'm about to leave to go home. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm good. Jack is good. We happy. Baby is growing. Okay, great. All right. There's a short that literally says, so Diva, I told the public, hold on. Let me I'll pull it up about that. I'm starting not to like you anymore, Diva. But I'm super duper ridiculously loyal and all that other stupid shit. So I really can't not like you. So I'm not a flip-flopper, Diva. So let's see here. Let me see. Okay, here we go. All right, here's the short, since you're too lazy to go find it your damn self. All right, cool. Let's see. Diva, I got a present for Diva. I know I shouldn't say that because it should be like just a surprise, but like next time she drops in the chat, like, oh, I'm just trying to throw envy off. But you know what? I'm gonna go watch TV. I'm gonna go watch a movie. But then she's somewhere else, goddamn, 10 minutes later, and she's like, oh, Envy is so obsessed with me. No, Envy is, I wouldn't say a fan, but you know, Diva feels like a sibling. You know, I'm not obsessed with her crazy ass, but when she starts talking shit, I got a present for you. Okay, Diva, I got. There you go. That's short. Okay, join the club. Whatever. God, they're talking about Jack the Voice. They're talking about Jack the Voice. Oh no, she's pregnant. She's that's part of the story. That's part of the story. She said that she was pregnant when she was 16 and only been with 2 men, and then she said she was pregnant again. The pregnancy situation gets freaking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Diva, fuck it. Hold on. I'm gonna step away for just 1 second, y'all. I'll give you the damn present. Give me because you say I'm obsessed. I'm gonna keep that up there. And I'll do it. Give me 30 seconds. I gotta freaking get some of this water out of me. Be right back. I'll give it to you now, Diva. All right. Oh shit. Okay, so you guys see Diva and I's banter back and forth, right? And I fuck with everybody, but if I really, really like you, I say so or whatever. But she's turned this into like obsession type situation, right? Okay, so hold on a second, Diva. Diva has turned this into Envy is obsessed with Diva, and Envy wants to be around Diva and all this other stuff. Okay, so you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Envy cut me off. I ain't had no problem with Envy. Envy had a wrench, like we was cool, even behind the scenes. But see, Envy cut me off. We got into it. Envy cut me off. I ain't had no problem with Envy. Envy had a wrench, like we was cool, even behind the scenes. But see, Envy cut me off. We got into it.
Think it's the other way around, Diva. But anyway, I digress. Jack is the gamer, right? She always talks about Vibrant. She always talks about she had the whole thing. She says she broke up with Jack. No, she said that she got engaged to Jack and then broke up with Jack because he was on his game. And when he was on his video game, he was flirting with women, which I typically I don't see like a dude going on a video game. I don't know. I don't know how do you find female gamers you want to be with? And if NY looks like NY and a gamer dude got online and flirted with people, he has a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, really? So that's a little different because she always talks about like she always talks about she likes older men and this and that. So basically, the picture that she always paints is that she likes older men. She's only been with 2 guys, talks about the gamer, and all this other stuff. I think what she does is she tries to speak with, older gentlemen that are kind of like on the nerdy side, I guess. The kids the kids that we used to say, put this paint on and be spirit kids running up and down while we were playing football. I don't know. Whatever. I knew you're gonna say I didn't wash my hands. I get it. Okay. However you feel, you feel. No, I mean, who clips your audio to have it on standby? You clip everything to have it on standby, Diva. That's why you are who you are. Yeah, Troll Angel. Let's go. All right. Well, I mean, hey, you could say whatever you need to say. It's pretty. You could say whatever you want to say, right? Okay. Did I miss something?
Envy cut me off. I ain't had no problem with if he had a wrench. Like we was cool, even behind the scenes.
Anyway, okay. So I guess that was a voice. I guess I used a voice changer. Vibrant is she isn't pregnant. She sure is insinuating she is. That's weird. I mean, that's not the first time she's thrown out that she's pregnant, Kendra. You know what I'm saying? I'm quoting NY. Okay, gotcha. All right, boom, boom, boom. Let's see here. Boom. Touche. Sounds like it's clipped. I don't know what it sounds like, but you said it. Let's see. We Shady Tales. Divas Diva's just like, oh my god. She always has everything on everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it's just friendly banter. If anybody did anything to Diva, yeah. Anyway. She's protected at all costs. I don't care if she hates me. She's protected at all costs. She could do no wrong in my book for some reason. I don't know. I don't even like drag, folks that drag kids and deceased and all the other shit. I guess I just ignore that. I guess I'm who am I? I'm a Kendra NY slapper or somebody. Somebody in this damn equation, Jack the Voice, whoever, somebody in this pyramid, because I apparently I'm obsessed with divas. So you might as well make a story of that bullshit. Okay. Hey, hey, Shady Tales, you're the best. Well, yeah, I wouldn't say you're the best of the game because I don't know you that well, but you do a real good job with videos. You know what I'm saying? Know when the interview happens, so we all see it. Hey, Troll Angel, I think that the interview is going to happen in Belize. I think it's gonna be like a freaking a luncheon in Belize with Trish, because I don't see the interview happening. Because here's the thing, like I understand, like if you were paid for interview or whatever the situation is, that you wouldn't join my, you wouldn't hit the link and show us yourself or go backstage and show me, because I guess the gig would be up. If you're getting paid for the interview, whatever, I get it, but I don't think the interview's ever happening. So skip that. Let's see, live stream over. I maybe yeah, you didn't misspell. You didn't misspeak at all whatsoever, Diva. It's pretty serious. Or, I mean, it's pretty serious. I didn't mean that. It's your voice. Um Stop it, Diva. Uh Troll Angel. I definitely will send Envy the link soon as it happens, and he can share it definitely. Yeah, Envy's definitely gonna want to know this. And here's what I'm gonna do: I'm gonna look at receipts that come in today, tomorrow, whatever. They're coming in right now. It's crazy, right? But I'm gonna look at that and decide how bored I am with this, because there's too much going on. I don't really know the players. And for me to piece this all together, great. If you guys want me to talk about it, that's why I say, listen, go below the description. I literally reach back out to each person that goes into the description. Below the description, give me a comment. I don't give a damn if you say, I always say this. You say I talk too slow, I talk too loud, I did this, I did that. Just whatever the situation may be, or Emmy, it doesn't sound like you ever want to do this story again in your life or whatever. Just say it, put it in the description. Give me constructive criticism. Don't be an ass, or you'll be on the list of me doing something really stupid too. So anyway, uh where's Shady? What'd you say? Anyway, yeah, Shady, what'd you say? You said some shit. There you go. Yo, because Shady's clapping. Yeah, Belize. So Duke, the stroke was a heat stroke, and then now it's being the whole Belize trip is going to chase it. Now it's being blamed on Simon. Simon of all people. She said that she spent all this money and went through all these, jumped over all these hoops and all that other BS. Um with Simon, and that's how it's because the operating agreement wasn't in place because of him, and it changes the trip. I mean, it just literally changes on a daily basis. So it is what it is. Hey, Troll Angel, hopefully I don't think you're younger, but hopefully you're young enough to wait for that interview, because I think that I won't. I think I'll be dead and gone by the time y'all figure out Shakima doing an interview with NY. And it's not no diss on Shakima, no diss on NY, whatever. I just think that something is really, really weird. And me personally, I wouldn't come out here and do an interview if I was tied to, monetary transactions and flight tickets and scams and all the other stuff. But hey, I see world's dumbest criminals every single day. So knock yourself out. Okay. They chopping folk. I know. Shady Tales, I know. Isn't that convenient? She's definitely a catfish. This buzz, she's definitely we definitely know she's a catfish for sure. All right. Yeah. Trish got so mad and said, I'm never coming back, Envy, because I don't believe, because in your name I took out I erased below her name. It said believe in Belize. And so she got mad that I erased that from her thing, because I put emojis in Belize. I put an airplane, and then I put an island, and I put a bunch of people in a boat trying to get the hell on. You know what I'm saying? But Belize is Jesus Christ. And the YouTube Streets Awards from New York magically moved to Belize as one of the events on the agenda. So I guess now, the mayor, we know what happened to the mayor in New York, and that was going to be the special guest, the YouTube Streets Awards. And she's going to give out $6,000 or $7,000 cabanas, or places to places to rest your head, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. It's just fucking. She needs to go back and focus on opening up that prison or something, or dance studio, or whatever the hell she wants to do. She needs to go do something, because I have no idea. She sits in that damn empress chair with a husband that Jesus. She has okay, I don't know who has more. Trish and a husband, or Lady Snoop and alleged boyfriends. Anyway, okay, let's keep going. What drugs is true? Listen, oh, Simon, yeah. She said she spent like thousands and thousands of dollars with Simon, and we know he's not a lawyer. The dude wears a blue hoodie every day. It sits on the floor. It cams up, but his profile pic is a damn he got foundation and powder and rouge and whatever y'all put on your face. He's got it all. And then he cams up. It looks like a damn homeless man in a anyway. And it's always the same hoodie. So, if that's Trisha's attorney, wow. You want to go to Belize if that's her character judgment on who's going to handle all the paperwork. Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I almost said I'm sorry. I don't give a shit. Trish, Trish, the only thing we need to know is why are we spending all this money on this garbage ass weed when we could take whatever you're doing and feel like that? Like, I want to be I smoke to chill, but I'd rather do whatever you're doing to be delusional. I think that'd be more fun. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Envy, are you high? No, I took Trish's. Envy, are you high? No, I took Trish's drug and I'm delusional. I'm seeing people. I got voices in my head and my whole freaking life. Oh, fuck you. My whole life is a motherfucking game. I'm stuck in she's stuck in the matrix and can't get the hell out. But anyway, Trish, I'm never coming back. Okay, well, I'm not quite sure how that's going to change the show, but thanks. Did she really believe Simon was oh yeah, 400,000, 400. Simon's a partner, $400,000. The dude sits on the floor. Hey, Trish needs a room. She definitely needs a room, but I think the asylum would be like, yo, there's nothing we can do here. Like, I mean, what the hell? I mean, I think that you gotta no, actually, let me take it back. Okay, so counselors are mandated reporters. So instead of counseling her to get normal or whatever, they would be mandated reporters that have to actually say what the hell's wrong with her, and then it would be public. But anyway, moving on. YouTube years are like dog years. I know. Hey, 1 week on YouTube will make you freaking think that you have a whole new life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just crazy. Lied and said she seen Simon's house. Yes, she did. I was arguing with her. Like, nobody on the internet has ever seen Simon off the floor right there. But she was like, oh yeah, he's got a master bedroom and a chef's kitchen. And I'm like, I said, okay, cool. I said, well, I said, Simon, stand up and show us anything. You know what I told Simon? I said, I don't give a damn about a master bedroom or none of that. Show us you have a chair. I said, I said, I will stop trolling you. I will stop being cool, or well, I mean, I'll start being cool, but that's not gonna happen. But anyway, I told Simon just to show us a chair, literally. You know, just like this NY in here. All she had to do was go back here, cam up, but she said, I'm not at home. I'm around the corner. I got people in front of me. I'm pregnant. I'm making music. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, obviously you've been typing for 3 hours, so it would probably take 2 minutes to cam up. But anyway, I digress. I don't have a problem with the lady. Beasley came up here, told me to be nice. If you're nice to her, you might get the interview. She might come up here. Da, 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 da. I'm like, Beasley, like, you've been a troll for, man, you sound like I'm trying to give you like your first day of trolling 101 with the manual written by Diva, because she's fucking crazy too. So I think if Trish calmed down just a little bit, her and Diva would freaking wreck house. Okay. I definitely think. I mean, come on, y'all. Put those two together in your head and tell me I'm lying. Okay. How many videos did she do on Simon last night? Oh God. Trish goes live every I don't know how Trish goes live that long. And that many times. She did plenty of videos on Simon. There's going to be a video on anything that blames why Belize isn't happening. Okay, that's what she's doing. Let's see here. Kendrick, I do recall NY saying she called a wedding off due to the intended flirting with other women online. Not sure. Yeah, that is Jack, the gamer. Jack's the gamer, and that's she told the same story here and at Riggs that she cut off the wedding because Jack the Voice was flirting with women online playing video games, which if you say that back to yourself twice, if you say that back to yourself twice, you might make yourself laugh. They could share the same padded room. Yes, absolutely. Hey, could you imagine man, I'd love to have a hidden camera, a padded room with Diva and Trish in it. You could throw a tennis ball in there and drive them fucking crazy. 400,000 got mad. He didn't sign the contract. I know, right? Well, just wish she moved. Hey, I'm laughing at being myself now because I was all serious because I had to watch some damn domestic violence videos and stuff. That shit was terrible. Well, I just wish she move on and keep my name out her mouth. She probably will. But hey, I just want to know. I'm being nosy and awful. Didn't you? Who'd you send the P pic to? Because you said, yeah, I sent it. I appreciate your honesty. I'm that kind of person. You could ask me anything, I'll tell you. I don't give a damn. But who'd you send the pee pic to? Yeah, I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're saying that because you want a pee pic." Not really. A titty pic would be cool, but a pee pic's kind of weird. Let's see. I can't. She just said in the chat she's with Jack and they are happy and baby is growing. Now I'm confused again. Right. That's exactly what she said. That the baby is growing and all that other good stuff. Shout out to the baby. Hopefully we don't have another okay. Stop. Oh my god, a camera would be great. All right. Kendra Carey, get off the merry-go-round. You guys are tripping. I was speaking of the side by side I sent you. That's what I was speaking of. Okay. Yeah, the one from February and April, posted that 2 times. The only one I was confused of is looking at the side of the guy's head. Because I did see those pictures like several days ago, which was weird because I was like, wow, that's pretty random. The girl that I thought was weird and doing some weird shit or whatever. Kim B. All right, y'all. Well, as I said, I don't like no. Well, I hope you didn't send a peen pic. Wait, hold on. Oh no. Here we go. Damn it. Y'all, we have another revelation. Why would Kendra say something about a peen pic? Uh-oh. Damn. See? Damn. Now we're gonna have to dedicate a live to you. Why would you say I never sent a peen pic? Okay, shout out to Tulsa and Dimples, uh Treasure Lane when he dresses up, and Kendra. Jesus. That big look like a pick of slapper looking in the mirror. True. Hold on. Yeah, let's take one last look at this magic picture that's supposed to solve everything. And don't mind me, like, don't get mad. Don't get mad at anybody. I do this to everybody. Yeah. Oh shit. Kendra's hitting the damn lake to prove she doesn't have a pain. Okay, she's backstage, y'all. Okay, I'm scared. I'm a little nervous. All right. Hold on. Let me make sure this is you. All right. All right. Go ahead, Kendra. Do you have a pain?
Listen, first of all, what we're not going to do is say that I said I sent any peen picture. She was saying that, and then apparently she then typed in the chat, send him that pic, and I thought she was talking about the side by sides, and I said I did. I was referring to the pictures that I sent you to put up for the audience. I never was sent anybody any peen picture or any picture of such sorts. I have 2 beautiful children. I am all female. That's crazy. That's not what
Don't
we're gonna
mind
do,
me.
Envy.
Mind me, Kendra. I know you're a woman. Okay, it just,
I have cammed up plenty of times. People have seen me. I even did a dance for a fundraiser over at Buddy Lee's, cammed up. So everybody knows who the fuck I am. So there's no peen pictures being sent. But if you would like some peen pictures, I suggest asking some of the Lemonettes.
but
They might be able to help you.
I don't know any of them.
Okay. Well, I don't either, and I choose not to. I have enough of my own issues, as you see. So I'm
Right.
just gonna hop down. But from what we've gathered here today, that NY is standing firm in her square, that is her. Those are her pictures, and we're just gonna have to wait for the interview. And
Yep.
she's engaged with Jack. They're very happy, and the baby is growing.
Yeah, that definitely sums it up for sure.
Okay, I just want to make sure I had a good understanding. All right, I'm like Vibin said, hop off the merry-go-round. That's exactly what I'm doing because this bitch is just going to continue to lie and continue to put out riddles and twist things and use semantics. If she can't hit the panel and prove who she is, in my mind, she's a catfish. Until she does, that's what it is, in my opinion. But everybody, that's just my opinion. Everybody can form their own opinion. That's just how I'm rolling.
I appreciate
But I
that.
wish her the best in life and all of her endeavors. And that's all. And thank you for having me up.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad you don't have a peen. Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right. Perfect. Okay, so she doesn't have a peen. I was being sarcastic about the Lemonette thing, but you said you was a part of Lemon Nation. I'm not part of any nation. um this right here is the clubhouse, right? And we're lifers, so we're the lifers in the clubhouse. It's all biker type shit, right? Let me see, let me try to pull that up for you. I put a lot of symbols and whatnot. I can't wait to decode my thumbnails. Hold on, where is my damn, here's who we are. Anybody, never have been, never would join any situation other than what I got going. I got enough problems. So yeah. That wasn't a diss or anything to them. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Anyway, if somebody will say I said something and whatever. No, I don't have a problem with the lemonettes or the finessers or the finessenettes or whatever. Like, everybody's great. I hope everybody strives to be wonderful here on YouTube. You know, me over here, I'm just over here. I don't I don't have anything going on, no blast chats or emails or discords or IGs or anything. I don't get shared out. I don't get loved. I don't get nothing. I press go live at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every day, and I talk to the people that are here. And then I wreak havoc when havoc needs to be wrecked. And we pull it in here, we dissect it, and we put it out in the YouTube streets. We let the YouTube streets do what they need to do. I just put it in an organized fashion in a series, and then we decide what we give a shit about and what we don't give a shit about. For example, we gave a shit about the audio thing for a day and a half. And then we gave ZX and Vic a little too much attention, but I wanted to see them completely crash out. So we gave them a little bit more attention. Now they're snitching and getting police reports and making, ZX said, "Oh, I'm gonna go back to my channel and sit over there." So Envy's channel goes down because he puts my name in the title. And then he went over to his channel and put my name in the title. So, and put on bulletproof vest, pulling out 380s, which I could probably get popped with 5 or 6 times and still live. So, my job is done there. I'm a one and done. If y'all are good with the subject matter and you want me to talk about it further, then y'all know what to do. Put the comments below the description. It's simple. I respond to everybody. And if you want the story to continue, great. But this whole NY whatever, my main thing was to literally put my finger on the DV situation. Everybody knows I'm highly protective over women. I just am. I've always been that way. Listen to the shorts. Oh, by the way, hit the thumbs up on the shorts. It would really help. A lot of people don't do that because they scroll through them like really fast. But anyway, my problem or my situation was the DV. Kendra said that those two are in a better place. They're getting counseling, whatever they're doing, they're in a better place. Great. We had an NY came in here and couldn't cam up. Fine. We got another person over there taking pictures and doing this and doing that and saying they've been with Slappa and, great. Kendra's arguing and, mentioned Saida and Melanated Agenda and NY rolling together. Great. Now, if anyone wants to take any of that information and run around, like, we literally set trends. I don't care how many people are in here or not, but just look at what happens in the YouTube streets. People kind of repeat it. You're like, oh yeah. Like, look at the content. Even Diva was like, "Hey, audio, I'm gonna send you the video that shows where ZX was outside and man was walking around 5 minutes away from the store and didn't come out." We know. I already showed it weeks ago. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're just gonna put shit out there, let things happen, let people talk. let them get together, have a really good time in the merry-go-round in the park, and then we're just going to do what we do over here. And me talking shit like this sometimes pulls back a lot of support. And I want to build a channel, but I just can't do the go along, get along. I tried to do that, try to be cool, tried to reach out to people, try to help, show people how this works, make those shorts, how to get out in the algorithms, connect them to my website on Google, whoop-de-whoop, and gave them the opportunity to deal with my other channels. Jagged Edge being 938,000 views. If you guys think I only come on YouTube to do Man Code Television, shout out to you, but absolutely not. Anyway, thank you very much, Stacy. I appreciate that. Reese, I appreciate that. Yeah, go smoke. I'm rolling up my damn self. You're probably talking about cigarettes, but I'm going to roll up and I'm going to get up out of here. Let me go ahead and put let's see, what do I usually do? I put up the creator, the originator, showing homage to, Polar. Yeah, not on this episode, because this episode was kind of this. Yeah. So we're just going to get up out of here with, let's see here. It's a fun channel. I hope so. Puff, puff, pass. You're rolling up. Okay, cool. All right. Well, not my favorite live in the world, but I'm here. Said I would be here every day at 7 o'clock. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my promise. Some of the shows might be great, some might suck, but regardless, if you like me, you're going to be here. If you don't, you're not. Let me damn find something to play. Jesus, get us up out of here. All right. So I'm going to be interviewed by my family pretty soon, and they're going to talk to you about the rise of Psychobilly. These individuals right here. Nephew, one has been unalived, the other one hasn't, but yeah, they're going to tell you about the story of Psychobilly. And these individuals are the people that we run with, who are also family as well. And I will show you that we are all family and stuff, because obviously you see them. Okay, hold on. Watch real close. Remember, everything I have is a symbol. Everything means something. Look at that ABC. Look at those. Yeah, anyway, everything's.
What the business, fuck ass dude? Nigga, what the business, fuck ass dude? Nigga, you walk around this bitch. Nigga, you ain't no fucking gangster, nigga. You need to make a phone call to check in with somebody before we check in with your weak ass. You understand? I got something to make you say, huh?